I warned you.
So you did.
And I'm warning you now.
So you are.
If you set foot on my land again...
The bald boy is his own fella.
He's a pig. And he's your putrid old pig.
A natural odour.
Oh. No matter what fence he digs under or batters through, lays my patch to waste.
A strong appetite.
I grow these vegetables with my own hands.
They're dirty enough.
You keep a civil tongue in your head, Finbar. Not your wife you talk to now.
More's the pity.
Not kicking the door and drink down now. Shaming her with the blows of your fist.
My home, my property.
The whole family in fear of you. Nothing but a bully boy, huh?
Twice the size of you, Katie Pride. But your mouth's big enough.
I'll set my dog in the pair of ye.
Billy, that old relic. Put him out of his misery. I'll do it. It'll be my pleasure.
You leave my dog alone.
Couldn't chew his way through a dead mutton. Now come along now, bold boy. You've had your fill. We'll take the morning air.
That's your last warning.
Empty words, empty vessels.
That porker comes calling again. I'll find a remedy.
Oh, I look forward to that.
As God is my witness, I'll find a remedy.
My landlady's black pudding leaves a lot to be desired, but it fills a hole. Spring is the season. Doesn't suit Edinburgh, or me. We like the darkness. A cold east wind, rain slanting down frae the heavens. Trees in bud, flowers poking up all over the place, just makes a man uneasy. Don't know where to put your feet. The city's been hibernating, happy, dead to the world. Now it's getting a dig in the ribs. I've been watching a white owl that flies at midnight round one of the church towers, a ghost in motion. What does it seek? A soulmate? Or just an insect on the wing? I expect Jean Brash will be weeding at her garden, and the bulbs of her body house will be jigging fit to burst. We came close grips once, Jean and I, like a pocket delver and his mark. But now, things are back, as they should be. What was it she said?
James, people will look, and it will seem as usual. But for you and I, not quite the same, eh?
Ah! What a scunner feelings are. I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police, and I better get back to crime. Thank God it also shoots up in spring. And am I ready to reap the harvest.
Good morning, sir.
Indeed it is, Constable. I have just waved my wife goodbye on the train to Stirling, where she will hobnob for a while with her cousins.
Such pleases you, Lieutenant.
Freedom, Mulholland, I am released to pursue my own devices. Namely, hip, right down the middle. The President's foursomes.
Oh, you've been trying to win that cup this many a year.
But now I have accrued a partner worthy of my own skill.
It must have been hard.
Hilton Ogilvy, the deacon's son, lay preacher, student of theology, and drives as straight as a Presbyterian principle.
Who put this clarty mess on the floor?
Oh, that's me, from the garden. But as my Aunt Katie always says, many a good thing comes from dirt.
Dirt? Garden?
I was down at the hives. The bees are fair buzzing with all the blossoms.
Go and clean your footwear, man.
On my way, sir.
And you are late, Inspector, as usual.
I've been thinking.
Upon what?
Robbery, Lieutenant Roach. 3 separate assaults late night in Leith. The modus operandi, aye the same.
A bag thrust over the victim's head, yes?
The breast is cut so the man is imprisoned round the ankles by his own breeks and the pocket-book removed. Abracadabra.
It's heartening to see you've such a grasp of the case, McLevy, but what precisely are you going to do about it? 3 respectable citizens.
If they're a' that respectable, what were they doing late out at night in Leith?
I want to report an assault.
I beg your pardon?
My daughter, seduced and made with child.
Dearie me.
One of your own men, like a bull in the meadow.
Such as whom?
Who?
What?
Constable Martin Mulholland.
Someone shout for me.
This lady has just accused you, Constable, of malpractice and impregnation.
Huh?
Can't even speak. Guilty for sure.
Just my little joke. No children to speak of. And what could I say against my darling nephew?
This is my Aunt Katie.
I thought the woman did not exist.
Same here. A figment of Mulholland's imagination.
Small of stature, but large as life. Now, what are you going to do with me, Martin?
Ah, it's a great life, mistress.
Isn't it just?
If you don't weaken.
I have no intention, Hannah.
The ransacks could just be coincidental.
Not a great believer in that. On the other hand, stop the coach, Angus. McLevy, leave the poor boy alone.
A pocket delver. In the act. It needs correction. Hold still, you. Yep. The restrainer's on, and you, my manny, are penitentiary bound.
You're out of puff, McLevy!
I'll manage.
Hello, Inspector.
Valentine, what are you doing out on the streets?
A message for the lieutenant. See, it's Mashy Niblick. It was at the Menders.
God almighty. Here, take this miscreant to the station and bang him in the cells.
Only got the 2
Or
hands.
use the other one. Go on. I'll deal with it later. Mashy Niblick, God almighty.
James, come and delight us with your presence.
Eh? Oh, aye. Well, here I am then.
In you come. We need to talk.
I'm fine here.
Surely you're not afraid to be grasped at close quarters.
There. You happy now?
Isn't it nice to have a man in your carriage?
Oh, a great solace. On you go, Angus.
Oh, it's just like a palace.
The best my landlady could muster.
Like a palace. I'll be happy here.
Auntie, why have you come to Edinburgh?
A change of scenery.
Take dynamite to get you off the village.
It's the vernal season. I'll spread my wings.
Where's your dog?
Billy, with the neighbour. Too old for travel. But I'm full of beans.
Why are you here?
I have my reasons.
You always have your reasons.
Sometimes it's like looking at her.
What?
My sister, Susan. Your poor dear mother.
I'll take your word on such.
She died birthing you. Father nowhere to be found. Like all men.
I better get going on duty.
We all have our duties.
I'll be back, Auntie.
I'll be waiting. Where have you been all the day, Billy boy? Where have you been all the day, my Billy boy? Ah, just like a palace.
Well, just like old times.
I'm a busy man, Jean.
You must be, with all the misdemeanours.
Such as?
3 ransacks on the streets of Leith.
Uh-huh.
Have you found the culprit?
I'm on the case.
Signifies you know damn all.
I'm on the case. What's it to you, anyway?
All 3 men, clients of the Just Land.
Eh? Why didn't you tell me?
You never asked.
Oh, oh, no wonder you want my help.
Help?
Jinked her fill at your establishment and on the way back to the happy home, I presume.
That would be the gist of it.
Dearie me, dearie me. Bad for business, eh, Jean?
I'll survive.
So you're cap in hand to me?
It's your job, McLevy.
Stop the carriage! Thank you for the information. It may or may not help, but bad for business, eh?
One more thing.
Yours to command.
The assaulted men. What about the state of their backsides? On you go, Angus.
Is that Jean Brash I just saw?
In the flesh. How's your auntie?
Snug as a bug in a rug.
That's nice. You look, Constable, I never had you down for a Don Juan.
A fiction of my Aunt Katie.
Aye, but the look of guilt on your face.
Surprise only.
What thoughts have you been harbouring, eh? How many village maidens mowed down like a field of corn?
Are you finished now?
For the moment, Mulholland. For the moment. Charlie is my darling, the young Chevalier.
It is a matter of clearing the mind.
Oh, you twitched, sir. A secret sin, perhaps?
No, putting has aye been my downfall.
Observe. Long back left, a righteous anchorage.
Well, your ball was closer, of course.
Because I hit the better shot. Dormy. 4 up, 4 to play.
Well, thank God you'll be on my side in the cup.
We all have to thank God. I shall be preaching tomorrow night by the harbour. I'll look forward to seeing you there. Now, the 15th is a treacherous hole, but the devil's sting may be drawn by a straight drive, such as you have witnessed. 'Tis your turn, sir. A matter of belief.
So, you think this robber might be filling his boots from the just land?
Maybe. A libidinous man is an easy mark, as you should know.
What are you doing?
Mr. Cummins has left us waiting. I'm a policeman. I'm nosy.
That's his own desk.
So it is. And see what I've found.
A lotion of sorts.
Uh-huh. For the removal of strong stains from the skin.
Well, he is a tobacco merchant.
Gentlemen, sorry to have kept you.
Ah, that's all right, sir. Used to such.
Now, I have to get home for supper, so let us keep this brief.
Short and sweet, sir.
Well, have you found the assailant?
Not quite, Mr. Cummins.
If I ran my business the way the police run theirs...
You'd be bankrupt in no time.
The night you were divested, sir. Out for a constitutional.
My warehouse nearby. A wee walk.
For the good of your health.
My wife and family are waiting.
A decent destination.
But that same night, you had visited not quite such a salubrious port of call.
To wit, one body house. The just land.
Eh?
You heard me.
And how do you come by that?
We have our ways.
Well, it is a man's prerogative, where he has been. Nothing to do with the matter in hand.
I wouldn't be too sure.
Now, what on earth are you implying?
What about the state of your backside?
How did you know?
Ah, my heart's desire.
Best leather.
A lovely wee handbag. How much would it be costing now?
Shall we say £1?
Shall we say half of that?
Aye, right enough.
Here's your payment.
You want the bag wrapped?
No, I'll hang it on my arm.
What's he looking at?
What?
Man in the corner.
Where?
Gone now. Glowering at you. Pink face, snouty, fat as a porker.
What about his head?
Oh, seen mere hairs than a boiled egg.
I'll be on my way. I thank you for the merchandise.
Hey! Forgot the change. Ah, well, that's a nice wee handbag. Worth every penny.
What a catalogue of woe.
No denying, sir. All three of them.
Not only dipped her pinky in the relish of the just land,
But adjacent to the lowering of the breeks.
a big dod of red paint was slapped across their bare backsides.
Oh, it's a dastardly business.
Uh-huh.
But why has this embossment occurred?
A puzzle right enough.
Could be just mischief, I suppose.
Or some kind of punishment.
For what?
Mark of the beast, sir.
And Mulholland should know.
But why rob them as well? What connects one to the other?
Well, that's a good question.
Then find the answer, McLevy. We cannot have respectable men, however compromised, wandering around Leith with scarlet posteriors.
My Aunt Katie would
Never
say...
mind your Aunt Katie. You are the thief-taker, McLevy. Find the thief.
Oh, this is murder.
Is it not?
That's a big hole.
For an apple tree, you have to dig deep.
Bindweeds, the bugger.
Roots everywhere.
Like the sins of the flesh.
Have you nothing better to do?
Eh?
You could lend a hand.
I'm on a case. Pursuant to which, I'd like a wee word.
Have a breather, Hannah.
It's killing me right enough.
Would you ladies like some honeycomb? Last year's, but still sweet to the taste.
Thank you, Constable. Hannah?
Oh, very nice. My compliments to the bumblebees.
How did you know about the backsides?
One of my people saw a man staggering round the wines, trousers half-mast, big red bum sticking out a mile.
Anything else to be seen?
Sadly, no.
And you guessed the other two clients might be in the same state?
I did.
You guessed right. What reason, though?
A warning, perhaps?
Why's the target?
What do you mean?
Yourself or the victim?
Bad for business, as you said. It might well be aimed at me.
Uh-huh. True. Might well. Red is the colour, just like your hair.
Help me out, please.
Here.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hey, you wear it up these days. Your hair.
I let it down now and again. You must remember that, James.
Primroses are nice.
Willing enough, but they don't last.
Mistress Pride, may I trouble you?
Please do, Mrs. Beaton.
I found this pinned to the front door.
Did you know?
I wondered if you might know anything about it.
A raven's feather.
Oh, I knew it was a beast of some kind.
A raven.
And what might it signify?
It is a bird of ill omen.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it, Mrs. Beaton. Just some child. A bit of tomfoolery.
Oh, yes. They run wild right enough. I'd best go and get the supper ready. I'll leave you with the feather.
Thank you. Vengeance, I'll be bound. Hard, bitter vengeance.
What a caper, eh?
Not the best.
Roasted every keelie, every street kitty in Leith. Nobody saw a damn thing.
Better luck tomorrow, as the wolf said to the little lamb.
That one of your Aunt Katie's?
Possibly.
You don't seem too happy at her arrival.
I'm happy enough.
Is it because she gives you away in big lumps?
What?
As regards amorous activities?
No. We talked long into the night. I got nowhere, but I've a feeling she's up to something.
It's just your guilty conscience.
Follow that light within ourselves, clean and sober, decent and humble, beyond temptation.
Is that not the lieutenant?
So it is. Beyond temptation.
We must not stray from the path lest we suffer his righteous chastisement. look in your hearts and do not betray him. I would ask you now to bow your heads in prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Away you go back to your Aunt Katie and the bees. I'll acquaint the lieutenant with our lack of accomplishment.
You think he's praying for a straight drive tomorrow?
That's near sacrilegious, Mulholland. Been on the saunter too long. Away you go.
Your servant, aye, sir.
And the glory forever. Amen. And before you depart to the bosom of your family, I would ask you to contribute to the charity boxes.
Aye. Nothing like a collection to get folk running for their life.
What are you doing here, McLevy?
Listening.
There you are, my dear.
Things you'll do to win a game.
Have you made progress?
Incrementally.
Mr. Ogilvy, a fine sermon, sir.
God's work, not mine.
You know my inspector?
I helped a member of your father's congregation some years ago. Altercation in the street, eh?
Not mentioned to me.
Fuss over nothing. How is your father? Archibald, is it not?
It is. He is in good health.
That's nice. You prefer God on the cobblestones, eh?
It is not only the Sabbath day. We need him in our lives every waking moment.
Well, you may have a point. I notice his absence on my daily rounds.
Then make amends, Mr. McLevy.
Oh, well said, Hilton. Now, let me escort you back to the university. Have to keep you fresh for tomorrow.
Good night, Inspector.
And you, McLevy, solve the case, if the labourer be worthy of his hire.
Am I perturbed when God enters into one of my investigations? Mulholland at a pinch, but that's the limit. And where have I got myself? Not appreciably any further. And yet, I have a wee thought. Under every reality there is a secret pattern. Now and again I find myself in tune with that mystery. Many events can suggest the form. Coincidence, a statement that holds its opposite in the same breath, a shift in another's psyche that sounds a chord with my own. The fancy word is intuition, but I prefer a wee thought. It does not always hold true, yet now and then it's worth its weight in gold. This is a bitter brew. How am I supposed to solve a case when I can't even make a decent cup of coffee? There's that damned owl again. Has the creature nae sense? There's not another of your ilk in the city. I went back to your eyrie. We were born alone, and we'll die that way.
James McLevy, why are you howling in the dark of night?
What? Who? Who calls me?
Mulholland! I've my Aunt Katie down here, and there's a problem on hand.
Go on. Tell the inspector what you would not tell me.
Tell you both at the one time. I'm not saying the same story twice.
Never stopped you before.
Well, it stopped me singular.
It's getting very Irish in here.
I come home, her face tripping her.
I had good reason.
Then let us hear it, Katie.
Well, right. Martin, you remember the Flood family.
I remember Finbar, nasty individual.
2 deaths laid at his door, but not proven. We needed a man like you, Inspector.
I have enough on my plate.
His poor wife. Oh, my heart goes out to her.
Get on with the story.
This is the story. So, it was all to do with the bald boy.
The bold boy.
His prize porker. A behemoth and evil-natured like his master. Break into my vegetable garden, eat up the good roots, time and time again. I warned him, and he laughed at me.
The bold boy.
Finbar paid no heed. Spat his dirty oil saliva straight over my feet.
Shameful. So?
one worse than t'other, for years tormenting me. The bald boy even bit my poor old dog Billy, and Finbar laughed to see such fun.
Oh, what did you do, Auntie?
Well, to cut a long story short, I shot him.
Finbar?
The bald boy.
You shot the pig?
An evil swine.
Why didn't you shoot Finbar?
That's against the law. But that's not the worst of it.
Hammer on.
Finbar loved that porker more than his own flesh and blood. I thought to lie low till things calmed down. A little visit to my darling nephew. But before I went, I left Billy with a friend, Mother Devlin.
Ma Devlin? A mouth like Fingal's cave.
Likes a tittle-tattle, true enough. And, well, I told her my destination.
Oh, you may as well have put it in the paper.
I take it Finbar has come upon the scene.
A man of his cut has been espied, and a raven's feather pinned to the door.
Oh, vengeance for sure.
Out for blood, right enough. But I'm not dismayed. See, I have my new handbag and 2 fine men for company.
With a homicidal ogre in prospect. That's nice.
Oh, and this as well. I found it in a drawer at home. Take it, Martin.
A catapult?
With a big smooth stone to fit. Your very own implement from a boy. I tell you, Inspector, he had the eye of a hawk. Ah, let tomorrow bring what it will. I'm better guarded than old Queen Victoria herself.
Quite a tale.
And not over yet.
Aunt Katie, eh? The fons et origo of all Mulholland's wise country proverbs.
Fons et origo.
Original source. Latin.
How come you know Latin?
I'm stepping out with a medical man.
Oh, yeah. Right.
I read it in a book, James, a romantic adventure.
Right. Well, the woman's a menace. We've parked 2 constables outside her front door. Mind you, one is Valentine, so that hardly counts. Oh, this coffee lacks substance.
Mine is better, but I could not forswear your kind invitation.
I need information.
Oh, dear, my illusions shattered again.
Have they been shattered before?
A woman's heart is a fragile concoction, James. Like this meringue. Breaks so easily.
Can I have a wee bit?
You've had 3 already.
I have a name to lay before you, and I need to know if he is a client of the Just Land.
That's confidential.
What about the 3 you told me?
They'd been previously exposed.
It might solve the case, Jean, and you need it solved.
How sure are you?
Out on a limb, as per usual.
So, you desire my help?
I want a name.
There's nothing wrong with desire, James.
Valentine, all well?
Aye, fine. Except for the rammy.
Violence?
A dog fight. I threw my coat over them.
And that stopped it?
Aye. But my coat's all ripped.
It's not funny, Meldrum. God will reward you, Valentine.
Mulholland, everything as it should be.
Relatively.
You have any luck?
Every door closed.
Come on, we've a place to go.
You remember what you're looking for, you 2?
A baldy giant.
You might well wear a hat.
I hadn't thought of that.
No great hopes for that pair.
Just the sight of them should do the trick. Come on, move yourself.
Is this one of your wild fancies?
Time will tell. We're headed for a seat of learning.
And the next pairing, Robert Roach and Hilton Ogilvy.
You strike first, sir.
I have no fear of driving.
Indeed. Yet remember, it is not the winning, but the manner in which we play.
I'd give it all for one decent putt. Yes. Straight down the middle. Like a shining light.
Mistress Pride? The postman's brought a letter.
For me?
Your name upon it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Beaton. These two young policemen outside, I wonder if they'd like a cup of tea.
I'm sorry to cause you this bother.
Oh, I lead a very quiet life. In the mean.
Katie Pride, I have something in mind for an old friend of yours. Billy by name. Oh, you'll get your wish, Finbar, and I'll see you in hell.
Should your partner sink this putt, the cup is yours, Mr. Roach.
I am well aware of that, Mr. Snoddy. Go ahead, Hilton. Honest, decent and humble. Straight in the hole, please.
Hilton Ogilvy, you're under arrest.
Huh? What in God's name?
You're charged with the assault and robbery of 3 admittedly lecherous citizens.
And how do you come to that conclusion, Inspector?
We searched your rooms at the university and found a supply of sacks, plus a pot of red paint and a big brush.
And in addition, 3 empty pocketbooks.
How do you plead? Guilty for sure, eh?
That is a leading question.
But a correct assumption.
Oh.
I punished the guilty, and such money from the pocketbooks went straight to the deserving charities. I'm sorry, Lieutenant, but I'm afraid the game is over.
In you go, sir, our best accommodation.
I thank you, Inspector.
What a caper.
I don't envy the Lieutenant explaining things to the golf committee.
A partner in crime, eh?
How did you surmise it to be me?
Your father is a whoremaster.
How dare you?
He's a client of the Just Land.
That is on his conscience.
You found out about it somehow, eh?
I suspected. I watched. I saw him one night leave the place. I could not bear to talk to him.
So, you punished others, in the hope, no doubt, that once the news got round, he might mend his ways.
That was my hope. That is my hope.
Oh, I don't think your father will have much option now, once the news gets round.
I am not afraid. God will watch over me.
Decent, but deluded.
It doesn't take much to tip a man over the edge.
Not much at all.
Oh, Mr. Mulholland. Thank the Lord.
Mrs. Beaton, what?
Your aunt instructed me to put this letter in your hands alone.
Well, where is she?
Out the back door.
What about our men?
They're still at the front.
Let me see, please. I'll kill him.
Mulholland, where are you going?
The slaughterhouse! Salamander Street!
Wait for me! I cannot run as fast as you.
Oh, my. I lead such a quiet life.
Hold your horses! The gates are locked!
As they should be.
Locked!
But just tell me, what's going on?
Finbar's letter said he would cut her dog's throat back in Ireland unless she came out to this place for a reckoning.
A dog?
Billy, she loves him like family.
Wait! Wait. Try down the alley. There. The side door open.
And that's for me to follow.
Wait, Mulholland, wait! I'm your superior officer. You will listen to me.
You let me loose.
Wait. We go in quiet. We go in clear-headed. Because God knows what we'll find in there.
All right. But let's move. Now.
And move we did, into what wasn't too far away from hell. The place stank like a charnel house. The smell of dead animals and dried blood caught round your nostrils, till the very act of breathing seemed to invite expiry. Bodies of slaughtered beasts hung from hooks in the gloom. There a cow, there a sheep, there a pig, flayed and naked. As we nudged past them, I worried about Mulholland. He was like a strung wire. I need my constable fit for purpose. It gives me room to panic. I also worried about the absence of a certain implement of mine that might have been very handy in this situation. While these dismal thoughts chased themselves, I became aware of voices. Mulholland and I slithered through the carcasses and saw at the end a raised platform where the poor animals were hung up to have their throats cut for the common good. On that isolated stage stood two figures, Finbar Flood and Katie Pride, he with a shotgun and she clutching a small handbag. No contest.
What an Egypt, to leave your darling nephew's address with old Ma Devlin. A pure and simple Egypt.
How did you get into this place?
My cousin Seamus is foreman. He gave me the key. And now I'll leave you hanging with the beasts.
Ah, go ahead and be damned. You don't have the guts God gave you.
The woman's got nerves of steel.
There's no cover. He'll see us coming. You can get a good shot at him from here.
I don't have my revolver.
What?
Firing pin split. So the gun sweats.
Now you tell me.
I'll try to distract. You throw something. One of them hooks, maybe.
Wait. The catapult and stone. I still have them.
David and Goliath. Good luck, my friend. The man's a colossus.
Say goodbye to this world, Katie Pride.
Just a moment, sir.
What?
I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police, and would ask you to surrender that weapon.
I'll surrender no such thing.
I have a hawk, you said, Auntie. My God, I hope you're right.
Aye! Oh. Come on, Mulholland!
I'm with you now.
A good try, but not good enough. I have the gun still, and you're in my sights.
You wouldn't shoot a practicing policeman.
There's little to stop it.
What about me?
Eh?
Any more of that honeycomb?
All chewed up.
I have to thank you, Mistress Pride.
Saved your bacon, eh?
Well, that's for certain, sure.
A lady should always have a derringer on her purse. And that wee handbag was made to measure.
Mulholland? Is Finbar still dead?
Let me see. Yes, drilled.
God rest his twisted soul. Ah, well, all for the best. I'll go home, get a blessing from the widow, and then she and I will rule the roost.
The roost?
In the absence of that ogre, I might even throw a party.
Oh, that was your plan, Auntie.
Was it now?
I wondered how you could be so remiss as to leave that address with Ma Devlin.
You did it deliberate. Left a trail for Finbar to follow so you could kill him in self-defence.
Even better. With one shot, I saved 2 policemen. The village will look lovely with the spring flowers. You should visit sometime, Inspector.
No, thanks. It's bad enough here.
Women and their wills are dangerous ills.
A fine proverb, Martin. I'll keep it in my store. You know, Mr. McLevy, it has been a privilege and pleasure to make your acquaintance. And I hope you don't mind me saying so, but say it I will. It is my feeling that you are almost like one of the family.
So, Mulholland and yourself were snatched from the jaws of death. What a pity.
That's not nice, sir.
How in God's name did you find your way to Hilton Ogilvie?
You remember that altercation in the street I mentioned to him?
Perfectly. A member of the congregation, you said.
Not quite. It was Ogilvie's father, in fact. And the bone of contention was the man's refusal to pay a magpie in one of the wines. A whoremaster.
So you put a very tenuous 2 and 2 together.
That I did.
Could you not have arrested the man after the putt?
Then you'd have to hand the cup back.
But for one moment I could have held it.
A fleeting moment. What's that worth?
Oh, you may be a thief-taker, McLevy, but you know nothing about the game of golf.
What are you looking at, Valentine?
It's the way my eyes are, sir.
Is that a joke?
I'm not rightly sure.
Go away.
Sorry, sir.
I do my best.
Just put my Aunt Kate on the ferry train.
Good. Oh, she may have to come back if there's an official inquest.
We'll be better prepared next time.
By God, we will. One thing your auntie did say, though.
Oh, what was that?
Told me that when you were a boy in the village, you used to chase all the girls, pull their pigtails.
Oh, I'd have thought you'd know by now, sir, that anything my Aunt Katie tells should be taken with a pinch of salt. I'm going to spend my weekend with the hives. You can put your trust in bees.
Who could believe such a douce-wee body as Katie might contain such a devious, lethal mind? Women are labyrinthine, no doubt about it. The white owl found a partner, another owl. Not pure white, but beggars can't be choosers. Anyway, they flew off together. I don't suppose he'll be back. What a caper. Hilton Ogilvy sits in his cell with God. His father contemplates his sins. Finbar Flood explains to the devil how he got that hole in his head. Lieutenant Roach chews a bitter cud. Mulholland goes back to the bees. And me... I'd a turn to cold coffee. Jean Brash will be pleased her clients can now return from lechery, unmarked and unassailed. Maybe she'll rustle me up a decent brew. Maybe. I wonder if she meant it about that medical man. It would make sense. Women are always at the doctor's. Oh, that's the bugger about springtime. Stirs the heart. Desire. That was the word she used. I am James McLevy, Inspector of Crime. I have no wish to fly away, no desire. I'll take what's coming to me. On the hook.
In McLevy, A Dangerous Remedy by David Ashton, McLevy was played by Brian Cox, Jean Brash by Siobhán Redmond, Mulholland, Michael Perceval-Maxwell, Roach, David Ashton, Hannah, Colette O'Neill, Katie Pride, Cara Kelly, Hilton Ogilvy, Douglas Russell, Mrs. Beaton, Carol Ann Crawford, and Finbar Flood by Lewis Howden. Other parts were played by the cast. McLevy, A Dangerous Remedy, was a BBC Scotland production directed in Glasgow by Bruce Young.
Where are you, my pretty little miss? In the dark, all things are equal. A whore may be princess, sharp bite, a loving kiss, stranglehold, a sweet caress, is that not so?
I'm new arrived, sir.
All the better. You must obey me then.
How so?
I am your commanding officer.
No, a soldier.
All things are equal in the dark. Oh, now I have you close. Where shall we begin?
You'll crush my ribs sore.
Pain is love. Love is pain.
I'm not a great one for pain.
Oh, you'll learn. Part of the profession.
That's sharp.
An officer is never without his sword. Cut to the left. Cut to the right. A stab to the belly when the button is tight.
I'm not playing with you.
A lass of spirit. Splendid. We'll soon have you eating out my hand.
You go to hell! Mistress Brash! Mistress Brash!
What's going on here?
I don't like that man.
Maisie Ferguson, you're supposed to be downstairs in the salon taking stock.
Sally Gibson's old advocate came in. She swapped me over.
Swapped you over?
I thoroughly approve. Fresh as a daisy.
I got feet, mistress.
Captain Pike, you will leave us now.
But I'm a naked man. Save for the sword.
You are also drunk.
Better than that. Much better.
I will not allow my girls to be hurt.
Only a game, Jean.
Sally Gibson is experienced. She knows your little ways. Maisie is more innocent.
I'm not that innocent.
You see? I must have heart. Give the girl over.
What's going on up there?
Hannah Semple, come and join us. More the merrier. Splendid. Your apron, covered in blood, my dear.
In the kitchen. Cutting the lamb for the roast tomorrow.
How positively homespun.
I left you in charge.
It was quiet. I passed over to Sally.
That was a mistake.
Therefore, don't make another. You are a body housekeeper, Jean Brash. I'm an officer of the realm. Give the girl over.
You will leave us now.
And if I do not...
It'll go the worse for you.
You see the captain? That could be your face.
I have a knife here. I can defend myself.
Mrs. Brash.
Feel the blade against your cheek, Jean.
I can feel it.
Don't move, or I'll cut you in half.
Go ahead.
For God's sake, mistress.
Fought a man once in the Crimea. Russian officer. Knocked the sword from his hand. Stood before me a naked either.
What a brave soldier boy.
I split him as a rotten apple. Just like so.
Oh my God. What's going to happen now?
I have been wondering about the human heart. Not the thing that pumps the blood, though God knows I should be worrying about that to boot. No. What they call the seat of the emotions. As you get older, these thoughts gather purchase. All this time, have you been missing something? When you look therein, is it just an empty space? Is it possible to care for someone other than yourself? I see no evidence of such. And yet... You notice it with animals. A dog will defend its owner until the last. A horse gallop to extinction for its master. But not a wolf. A wolf will do bugger all for you. I must come from the lupine strain. And why should I sacrifice for anyone else? Would they do the same for me? Not a chance. No. Nobody. So why should I lay down my life? Tell me that. And I'm not going to do it anyway. I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police. My parish is Leith in the city of Edinburgh. And it's better. I stick to the wolf.
Brought them up with a herring. I thought we had a big catch.
Aye. Life is full of disappointments.
Naked man. Blanket. Ropes wrapped round and weights to hold him deep.
Near busting net.
That would have been a tragedy.
Can I go now, Inspector? Wasn't much of a shoal, but they need gutting.
On your way, Hamish.
Handsome devil.
Her suit is hell. See there, Mulholland. And there.
Old scars. Bullet hole, even.
But that was not the cause of death. The fatal lesion, in my estimation, Lieutenant Roach, was this stab through the guts, straight up to the heart.
The police surgeon will supply an informed opinion.
It'll be the same as mine.
Body in decent condition. Must have been dumped just last night.
There's no great deterioration.
Except for the eyes. Funny how fish like the soft bits.
Yes, very.
I surmise this cadaver on the slab to be that of a military man.
That crossed my mind.
Your reasoning, McLevy?
The body. All battle wounds, bullet holes, on the back of the hand, a deep scar, sword fight, perhaps, and then the face. Well-trimmed moustache, mutton chops.
Cavalryman, maybe.
A fine, healthy specimen.
Aside from the fact that he is dead.
Just as well they scooped him up. The crabs would have had a field day.
Funny about crabs.
What is it this time, Mulholland?
The things they eat, and then we eat them.
I assume you have a plan of campaign, Inspector.
I have indeed,
Then
sir.
away and execute it.
Are you all right, Lieutenant?
The cook is making Cullen skink for supper. Doubt if I'll have appetite.
Not often we are graced with your presence, Inspector.
Aye. Mostly you're up high in the castle here, or galloping past. We're eye on the ground.
Foot soldiers.
Exactly, Captain Ewart.
That being so, what is your mission here?
Mission? Fine military work.
We need a man identified, sir.
A deal of those in the regiment.
Let me draw his picture. Over 6 feet, a rangy type, good head of hair, mutton chops, fine trim moustache, eyes indeterminate, and a deep scar on the back of his right hand.
I may note such a fellow. Is he in the cells?
No, he's dead.
What?
Stabbed through the guts, I'm afraid.
A tavern brawl.
Possible.
Captain Robert Pike did not answer his name at the roister call.
I'll wager this was not the first time.
No, not the first.
Tell me a wee bit about the man.
Fought in the Crimea, medals, brave beyond the call. That was a dirty war. When he came back, he was...
Peacetime can be difficult to bear.
More than you realize, sir. Starvation, massacres, hand-to-hand warfare, kill or be killed.
Captain Pike had turned his mind?
Hellish nightmares. Kept the other officers awake. He,
The man was murdered, sir. We need to know all we can.
He was addicted to drugs. A combination of opium and hashish. Pellets. Helped him sleep, he said.
But they had other effects?
A wildness. Just in control. Just. I tried to help him all I could.
I'm sure you did, sir.
Last night, did he mention a destination?
When Pike was in a fever, 2 things ran in his mind. Drinking and whoring. Last night it was the latter. Told his comrades he was headed for the best body house in Edinburgh. La crème de la crème.
I'm sorry to hear it. He was a regular.
Worth his weight in gold, eh?
You might say that.
Nice coffee. Thick, though.
Moroccan.
What happened to the Lebanese?
A changed taste.
And so?
So?
As regards last night, ma'am?
Captain Pike did indeed arrive, had a wee gallop, and then he left.
That was all?
What else could there be?
What time did he leave?
Late enough.
Where was he heading?
I didn't ask.
As regards last night, Mistress Brash, we would need to talk to...
his noble steed.
You have the story straight?
It's in my head.
Keep your answers short.
Could we not have just said...
that the captain never came? And McLevy finds a witness that saw him enter. No. On you go. That's you all dressed up like a milkmaid. And Maisie. Gardeloo. McLevy. He's sleek at his hail.
For the sake of the mistress and all of us, I will not let you down.
So, you had your transaction, and then the captain left, eh?
Answer the man, Maisie.
Uh-huh.
What time?
I don't know. Late enough.
What was he wearing?
Nothing very much.
When he left?
Oh, a uniform.
Anything else?
Boots.
Spurs?
He didn't jingle.
Anything else?
No.
That's funny.
His commanding officer said the captain was never without his sword, at all times.
Oh, sword, that's right.
Why not say?
That was just part of the uniform.
For God's sake, McLevy, it's no a military parade.
But it all helps. You see, Maisie, when the captain was found dead, he was naked as Adam.
Wrapped in a blanket.
Weighted down. Food for the fish.
Oh.
That's cheerful.
Murder is never cheerful. Stabbed through the back. A coward's blow.
No.
What? Explain yourself.
Leave the poor girl alone.
He was fine when he left me. On his own 2 feet.
You never saw him plunged?
No.
A knife through the guts to the heart.
You said he was stabbed in the back.
I got it wrong. Well?
I saw nothing.
What about his mental state?
I'm just new arrived. I don't know about mental states.
Happy, sad, wild, violent. Bent on evil?
He was just ordinary.
I doubt Captain Pike was ever ordinary. I have further investigations to pursue. If I am not satisfied, I will be back. You can bet your life on it.
Good day, ladies.
How did he pay?
Cash. In advance.
Pocketbook?
It was full.
Was it now? Thank you for the coffee, Jean. Very Moroccan.
Well, what do you think?
A wolf on the prowl.
Did I do right, mistress?
You did fine, Maisie.
I don't suppose anybody fancies roast lamb in a plate.
You remark the hands of Jean Brash.
My attention was elsewhere.
Clenched tight.
What did he think to the girl?
New to the game, but old as sin.
Jean and Hannah were like 2 statues.
Uh-huh.
You think they're hiding something?
I asked when Pike left. Both Jean and Maisie used the same words.
Late enough, they said. You think they prepared a rendition?
If they did, I will find it out. In the meantime, a naked man cannae walk the streets of Leith. Where are his military accoutrements? The net brought up nothing.
Except the body.
Sholto Cairns, how the devil are you?
I'm fine so far, McLevy.
How's business?
Sepulchral. What do you want here?
Knick-knacks.
Of a military fashion.
That's my speciality.
Been round all the pawn shops, all the half-uncles and the wines.
Saved you till last, Mr. Cairns.
Creme de la creme.
You're gay buttery lip this day.
Not at all. Well, look here. Fine pair of boots.
I had them for ages.
Cavalry issue, I'd say.
That's possible.
Where'd you get them?
Months ago. Some wee keely.
Big size. Could see if they fit.
It would prove nothing. So, few recent additions to your stock?
Oh, nothing a note. Say what you see.
I wonder you make a living at all.
You'd be surprised. Men like to dress up as soldiers. Impress the girls.
Well, here's something to impress you. An officer has been murdered. stripped of his uniform and sword.
Nothing to do with me.
Anyone connected to this unseemly event will end up swinging from a rope.
My hands are clean.
As the man said, Sholto, swinging from a rope. You may depend upon it.
These pond fish would eat till they burst.
Ah, they're tropical. I brought you a dod of cake.
Just put it down. I'll have some later.
Think you can trust Watty Goodies?
Not the man his father is, but...
His father's in the jail.
I know that. If McLevy says true, the body was dragged up. You can't blame Watty for dirty bad luck.
I know. Oh, what a mess. I should never have left my post.
Too late now. How's Maisie bearing up?
She's young. They forget easy.
A gift to be treasured.
Safety precautions. Safety right enough. Time later. It's worth the wait. Everybody likes to be a soldier, eh? Everybody likes to be a soldier. To impress the girls. Nothing like the naked steel to impress the girls.
Well, well, Sholto. End of an honest day's toil, eh?
Honest, right enough.
Carrying a nice big sack, sir.
Things that need repairing at home.
Oh, Mulholland can help you. He's a dab hand at the mending.
That's private property.
Nothing is private to the police, sir.
Well said, Mulholland. Now, what have we here?
I'd say some cavalry boots and then a sword and scabbard.
I would concur. Have at ye, Sholto!
You're not your right wits, McLevy.
Am I not? I see, Constable. Is there initials scratched on the helm here?
Uh-huh. RP.
Rest in peace, maybe?
Maybe. Now tell me, whence did you accrue such treasure?
Keep him away from me, Mulholland.
Oh, too late now, I'm afraid.
Tell me true, Sholto! Or I'll cut you to ribbons.
A rusty nail. What a cesspit.
But the chosen hidey-hole of one Walter Geddes, our present mark.
Quite a crew he has in attendance.
You hold the hornbeam stick. I have my own two fists.
Are you not getting a bit old for this sort of ramification?
I'm in my prime, as you will shortly witness.
Belly up, my friends. The drinks are on me.
Coming to money, has he?
My bonny wee sister, Jessie Geddes, is to be married tomorrow. And in the absence of my own dear father, I will gear away. Is she no a pretty picture? Now, strike up the fiddle. Tonight we drink. Tomorrow we dance at our wedding. I'll dress like the king of the castle and all the girls will be my queen. I rule all, and not one man in this tavern can do me down.
I may have a wee quibble with that, Watty.
McLevy, you're not invited.
I have an invitation of my own.
You will accompany us to the station, sir.
I've good friends to hand.
It's been a while since we had a proper rammy.
I'm sure it'll all come back.
So be it. Strike up the fiddle!
My head is hurting bad sore.
A glancing blow.
I'm still bleeding.
It'll dry up, eventually. Sword, scabbard and boots. You sold them to Sholto Cairns.
He's a liar.
Don't try my patience.
He named you flat.
A wee boy found them down by the harbour. Paid him a shilling for such.
What wee boy?
Oh, God knows. All the same. Dirty faces. What's all the fracas anyway?
The owner of that sword is dead.
Murdered.
No by me.
This is a hanging matter, Watty. Captain Robert Pike, a cavalry officer, fished up out of the sea. Stabbed through the gut.
That's no my weapon. A heavy cudgel's my preference. I hit you with such this night, Constable.
You missed, and that's the reason I cracked your skull.
Oh, never mind. I don't hold with a knife. You can ask anybody.
Your father, Thomas.
In the jail, thanks to you.
He stole a horse.
It followed him home.
Jean Brash.
What about her?
Thomas was one of her close-hand men.
They knew each other.
She wouldn't have anything to do with us, would she, Watty?
How would I know?
And the little boy sold you the sword?
On my mother's grave. Where's my wee sister?
In the cells. So is her intended groom.
How's she going to get married then?
There's a chance we may release them in the morning, but someone else will have to walk her down the aisle because you are in for the long haul, Watty.
And at the end of it, maybe the hanging judge.
I never killed the man. I stand innocent.
You're not eating much.
Not hungry.
Cattle fair the day. Full house tonight. Farmers, heavy boots, bolt a cow.
The house'll shake right enough. I keep seeing his face.
A dead man is hard to forget.
All happened so quick.
A hasty business.
How's Maisie holding up?
As I said, put it to the back of her mind.
Wish to God I could.
Don't dwell, mistress. It gets you nowhere.
What are you doing?
Making coffee.
I've already had coffee.
You'll need some more.
How's that?
Peek out the window. You have a visitor.
Like old times.
Is that a fact?
You are mindful of suspicion, and I...
Blameless as a newborn lamb.
That's about it.
Watty Geddes. Ring a bell.
I know his father, hardly the son.
Well, he's in the cells. Primed to be accused of murder.
Captain Pike, the victim, I presume.
Aye, you presume correct.
What proof?
Sold a sword belonging to the captain.
You'll need more than that.
I'll hammer him. He'll crack.
Why are you telling me this?
Your name was mentioned.
By whom?
An interested party.
Such as who?
Me.
Oh, James. I'd expect better.
It'll get better. Or worse.
And where is your constable this day?
Left him with his bees. I wanted a word personal.
Why?
I have a wee thought you're in this deep, Jeannie. And I want to warn you.
That's nice.
If you are connected to this killing, in any way, no mercy.
You have blood in your eyes, James. It may blind you to the truth.
I have a bad feeling.
How can I help that?
Look me in the eyes and tell me you know nothing of the captain's death.
Blameless as the lamb.
So be it. Thank you for the coffee, but I prefer the Lebanese.
Can't always hold to the past, eh?
Unless it's murder. I'll find my own way out.
You should know by this time.
Goodbye, Jeannie. And remember, no mercy.
No quarter, given or asked. Oh, that damned fool.
McLevy.
Watty Geddes, he pawned the sword.
Oh, my God.
The inspector has him at the cells.
Watty may hold out. A fool, but he's no a soft touch.
Save where his family's concerned.
Family goes deep.
Oh, I gave him all the money in that pocketbook, told him to get rid of all the rest, and he's still... just pure greed.
But we had no time, mistress. No option. He was the nearest thing to hand.
We'll have to sit tight, hope for the best. But bad luck is dogging us, Hannah.
Aye. Murder is no that easy annihilated.
Well, you've made some progress, but a single sword and a pair of boots are not proof of murder.
I am aware of that.
We've had another lash at Watty Geddes, but he still stands firm.
Perhaps he's innocent.
I doubt it.
For instance, Captain Pike's last port of call was the Just Land.
That is also under scrutiny.
I'm sure Jean Brash suffers your sharp vigilance at all times.
The women stand firm as well.
Honour of a body hoose, eh? Sword, right enough. What about the uniform?
We searched Watty's lodgings. Nothing.
Of course, if it bore marks of the murder, it would have been destroyed.
Yeah, that was our thinking.
But what if it did not?
Eh?
Bear marks. Oh, what an idiot you are.
I beg your pardon.
Watty, in the tavern, what did he say?
Tonight we drink. Tomorrow we dance at her wedding. I'll dress like the king of the castle, and all the girls will be my queen.
The sister, Jessie Geddes. We'll let her free this morning.
Just this moment gone.
Could not be better. Come away, Mulholland.
Your servant, aye, sir.
And thank you, Lieutenant. Thank you for all your help.
What have I done this time?
And there it was, hidden in her coal bunker, all wrapped up.
The uniform of Captain Pike.
To wear at your sister's wedding, Watty. You'd be the king of the castle, and all the lassies would be your queen.
As Sholto Cairns would say, men like to dress up as soldiers.
To impress the girls. The boots too big for your dainty feet, but the rest would fit well enough. I wonder you didn't keep the sword.
I don't like knives.
And of course, when we grabbed you last night, you didn't have time to get rid of the stuff, burn it to hell.
And your poor sister didn't know what to do.
Ah, your poor wee sister.
An accomplice to murder, I'm afraid.
I'm not a killer.
Then you better inform me otherwise. Or you'll be swinging on a rope, and Jessie will be heading for Perth Penitentiary.
I can't betray.
She's a pretty wee girl, Jessie. But she won't last long. Not in that place.
Like a lamb to the slaughter.
You're a dirty pair of swine.
We are policemen, Watty. And we are waiting.
I got a note. Bring a wagon. Horse. Back of the Just Land. In the dark.
Are you done?
Loaded up, Mr. Brash.
Get a boat, take him out to sea, and bury him deep.
Aye. Right.
Here, his pocketbook. The money's yours.
It's a gay lot.
Take it. His stuff is in the bag. Burn it, bury it, I don't care. Just make sure that no trace of him is left.
Aye. Right.
Go now, for God's sake.
Yep.
And don't look back, Watty Geddes. Never look back.
I didn't recall ever seeing Jean Brash like such in my life.
Like what?
Beyond herself.
Anyone else on hand?
Old Hannah Semple stood by, but not a word. And a lassie at the window.
Black hair, pale complexion.
Aye. Pretty wee thing. Will my sister be all right?
We'll do our best. This is bad.
It's always been bad. His word against Jean's. Not enough.
Oh, I suppose not.
She won't break. Neither will Hannah.
No.
So, now we make our move, Mulholland. Don't look back. No mercy.
This isn't fair. You're bigger than me.
A freak of nature. All I'm doing, Maisie, is escorting you to the station.
Aye, with your fell hand hooking at my elbow.
It's the recommended procedure.
McLevy, I suppose you think this is smart.
No, just simple. The girl is prime suspect in murder and must be questioned on that premise.
I didn't kill nobody.
Don't worry, Maisie. I'll have the lawyers in before you can blink.
Get on with it, Mulholland.
I'm going.
I didn't kill a single soul.
So you picking the weakest, eh?
I solve the case, no matter how.
I'll have the law on you.
Go ahead. What he did is spilled his guts. A dead body on your hands.
He's a liar.
Time will tell. I warned you, Jean. No mercy.
What about Maisie?
Same applies.
What a cold-hearted bastard.
That's me. Don't get too upset. I may be back this way again.
You can go to hell, McLevy.
These farmers are raising Cain.
No, the only ones.
What's going on now?
Maisie's on her way to the station.
God almighty, how'd that happen?
I opened the door, McLevy plunged in, and bad luck, she was standing in the hall.
Bad luck, eh? That's murder for you.
What he Geddes has confessed.
How much?
Enough.
The girl will not hold up. Too young.
Even with the lawyers, it'll be all too late.
Time to face the music, mistress.
I do believe so, Hannah.
Have to move fast.
I'm prepared. Soon as Robert Pike died, I began to make preparations.
You see, Maisie? It's a nice wee cell.
Best in the station.
You'll like it here.
I don't like it. Stinky.
That would be the previous occupant. If you wish, however, to quit this wee nook, then you must tell me the truth of what happened that night.
I can't betray the mistress.
Maisie, I don't think you realise how much danger you're in.
How come me?
Murder by association.
I never touched him.
You stood there. He got plunged.
Guilt by association. A prima facie case.
The constable's correct. Prima facie.
I don't know fun words.
But you know you're in trouble.
Terrible trouble.
I just wanted to be happy.
Get it off your chest, Maisie. You'll feel a whole lot better.
Oh, dear.
Once you start, it's like water off a dike.
Oh, the captain, he was wild mad. Waved the big sword. Hannah came up the stairs. Mistress Brash came out the door. He put the blade against her face. The mistress.
A threat to kill her?
What do you think? He lifted up the sword and she stuck him right up through the guts. All happened so quick. She was as fast as a snake. Cut him down. Cut him to size.
Are you sure about this, Inspector?
Take the men, Mulholland, and get going. I'll catch you up.
All right. Your servant eye.
What's going on, McLevy?
We have a murder suspect at the Just Land.
May I be so bold as to inquire the name?
You know it well enough.
Best be on your way, then.
Aye.
And McLevy?
Aye.
Finally you grasp the nettle. The Queen of Crime. Where she belongs.
You are a fool and a simple. It was only a game.
That's not what I saw in your eyes.
And what did you see?
I saw death.
Perhaps I've been searching for it all these years. Now I've found my desire. In a body who's from an old hag.
Quick enough for you.
You caught me unawares. And now that you have sealed my fate, is there aught you might care to say?
I hope you find peace.
What a splendid idea.
kitchen knife, eh?
I'd put it in my apron. First the lamb, and then the captain.
As well it wasn't your cutthroat razor.
An even bigger mess, eh?
Oh, Hannah.
The way it has to be, mistress. He would have choked you down.
I'm sure such was in his mind.
I couldn't take that chance.
Not long now, ladies and gentlemen. We sail with the tide.
My friends in Bristol can look after you well, keep you safe.
Out of sight. Like a mole.
You could work for them, keep the keys.
Another body house. No thanks. Too old. And one is enough.
When things die down, we'll see what's possible.
With McLevy on the prowl. Some hope.
Those not on the voyage must leave the ship now. Fortune is such sweet sorrow.
Oh, Hannah, what am I going to do without you?
Same as always. Survive. Maybe I'll find myself an old sailor boy, dance the hornpipe.
That'd be nice. Oh, Hannah.
Have I been the apple of my eye?
Hannah.
Oh, here. Stick this in your pipe and smoke it.
What is it? Oh, a gun?
Single-shot revolver.
What, dare shoot it?
McLevy. For protection, if I'm not in hand. Now go, go, or we'll both end up in Bristol.
I'm going. Goodbye, Hannah.
Goodbye, mistress. If you get hungry, there's cold meat in the pantry.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I'm at the mercy of the tides now. No looking back.
Aye, Jeannie. Taking the sea air.
What are you doing here?
Had a wee notion.
Well, you can walk me to the carriage.
Yours to command. Seeing somebody off?
Captain of the ship. My latest beau.
That's nice. I sent Mulholland with a squad of men to the Just Land.
I doubt he'll find anything. Why didn't you join the merry throng?
Told him I had other fish to fry. Gave me a funny look.
You can't fool that manny.
No more than I can myself. Well, there's your carriage.
Just a minute, Angus. You could have taken Hannah and I in at the same time with Maisie.
Waste of effort. You'd have told me nothing.
But we'd have been on hand when that poor girl confessed. I think you did it to give us a fighting chance.
Not at all. An oversight.
You don't do oversights. Hannah did it for me, James. To save my worthless hide.
Could plead self-defence.
A body-house woman and an officer of the realm.
Right enough. A bit chancy. Well, must be about my business. I've a murderer to catch.
Will you get in trouble for this?
I'll blame it on Mulholland.
James.
What now?
Thank you.
For what?
Mercy. What do you think of this?
It's a deadly weapon.
Hannah gave me. I'm to shoot you with it.
Well, you're near enough.
In case it slipped your memory, that was a kiss.
I have a vague recollection. Goodbye, Jeannie.
Drive on, Angus.
Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie is my darling, the young chevalier.
I stopped to watch the ships in harbour. the mast lights like fireflies as the boats skittered on the waves of an ebb tide. Beyond them, other lights, other ships departed into the darkness, one of them carrying a passenger bound for an unknown destination. Jean Brash, on the other hand, was heading in her carriage for a port of call that I know only too well. A shoal of fish darted in at the harbour mouth. Herring, maybe. Silver bodies under the water. The gulls dived down for a feast, murder and mayhem till the show shot back out to sea. Nature red in tooth and claw, eh? When that sword came down through the air, was it meant to frighten or kill? Only one man knows the answer to that, and Hannah Semple had no time to pose inquiry. What she did from love, from the heart, that suspiciously empty space. Captain Robert Pike found his own heart's desire, death. Most of us are swimming in the opposite direction. I'd better away home to nurse my indisposition. I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police. I have made my bed, and now I must lie upon it.
In McLevy, No Looking Back by David Ashton, McLevy was played by Brian Cox, Jean Brash by Siobhán Redmond, Hannah, Colette O'Neill, Mulholland, Michael Perceval-Maxwell, Roach, David Ashton, Robert Pike, Gavin Mitchell, Sholto Cairns, James Bryce, Wattie Geddes, Jordan Young, and Maisie by Sarah McCarty. Other parts were played by the cast. McLevy, No Looking Back, was a BBC Scotland production directed in Glasgow by Bruce Young.
Time me, gentlemen, if you please. This should not take longer than 30 seconds. Our patient lies already upon the operating table, or the butcher's block, as some would have it. Now, bite into this, sir. It won't stop the pain, but hopefully we will be spared your screams. Take hold, Arthur.
As you will, Father.
And whatever happens, keep him down.
Do my best.
My beloved son, Arthur. A hefty specimen, and he'll need every ounce. This poor fellow, a butler by profession, was waiting for his mistress at Waverley Station when he slipped and was crushed between the train and platform. His leg bone is shattered and splintered, and the only option, amputation. Bite deeply, sir. You have suffered much. I intend to put an end to that, one way or the other. Hold firm, Arthur. Mind on the job, boy, mind on the job.
My mind is on it.
Time, me gentlemen, on my first stroke.
What are you girls doing? Trying on some bonnets, Mistress Brash. You have the evening tray to consider. Get to your posts.
By God, if Hannah Semple was here.
But she's not, Mistress, and more's the pay.
On your way. Aye, Hannah Semple, more's the pity you are not here.
The incision has been made. Tourniquet tight to stem the blood. The shot saw, if you will. And henceforth... Separation accomplished. Old Phil Martha.
He's a handful.
Tie off the main artery. Smaller blood vessels. Loosen tourniquet. Stitch up the flesh. Done. Timing.
29 seconds by my watch.
You are not a student.
A friend of the family.
How did you obtain entry?
I am a policeman, Lieutenant Robert Roach.
Indeed. The last operation of the day, gentlemen. You may write up your notes presently, and remember, the quicker you operate, the less agony they feel.
Excuse me. Excuse me, please.
So, Lieutenant, what is your official observation?
To avoid the platform edge at Waverley Station.
But there is one question you have not put to me.
Which is?
What do you do with a one-legged butler?
I've just been reading for the umpteenth time Murders in the Rue Morgue by Edgar Allan Poe, and the big ape still did it. And still walked free. Because it was an ape, I suppose. An orangutan, to be precise. Justice is not always observed in the balance. For instance, Hannah Semple, Jean Brash's right-hand woman, may well have killed a man to protect her mistress. In good faith, no doubt, she did it. But she did it nonetheless, and I was somewhat lethargic in the prosecution of same. God knows where Hannah is now. Well, Jean may know, but she's no telling. I'm in the lieutenant's bad books, even in my own bad books. Why did I do it? Because of Jean. My feelings for her? Surely not. I'm no that daft. Because of Hannah, her grumpy old bosom, but the thought of her swinging on a rope. Ah, well, as Confucius said, it's too late now. I'll just have to thole the fact that she slipped free from murder, no matter how justified. Dearie me. Sometimes I envy Constable Mulholland. With his bees, buzz, buzz in the hive, buzz, buzz out of the hive. What have I got? The Grim Reaper for company wherever I wander. Mind you, I have to say I wouldn't live in a street called the Rue Morgue. Just tempting fate. Bad enough biding in Leith. Why did I do it, eh? I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police, and I have become a mystery unto myself. I hope I can solve it. That's my job.
What in God's name? Oh. What's going on down there?
Oh, Mistress, come quick. There's terrible thing this day.
There better be. I was fast asleep.
Oh, Mistress, see what's out there.
If this is one of your tricks, Peggy Donoghue.
No. I got up early for a whizzy, opened the back door to shake out the breadcrumbs and see what I found. Oh!
Out of the way. Oh, my God.
See the poor blood?
I see it. Turn her over.
Oh, no. I can't touch a thing.
I'll do it then. There now.
Oh, my God, Mistress. I know that face.
Only too well. She's come home.
The poor fellow was servant to a friend of my wife's. I was persuaded to go along to add moral support.
That's nice.
It was like a slaughterhouse.
We have acquaintance with such.
God forbid I should ever need the knife.
How's he going to serve tea?
What?
The butler, on the one leg.
That is what the surgeon said. You two have the same diseased sense of humour.
Just an observation.
Who carved the turkey, then?
I beg your pardon?
The surgeon.
Sir Joseph Keir.
Joseph Keir? Heard tell of him.
A singular man.
Smashed one of his colleagues to the ground. Over a corpse, they say.
What kind of corpse?
Nymph of the pave, awaiting dissection. Keir got the notion that some of the students about to cut her up might have known her in a carnal fashion, and it offended his sense of decency. He proposed that she be buried unscathed.
I take it the other carver objected.
Keir hit him a punch and did it in any case. That's the story.
A somewhat violent response?
The man goes his own way.
Is that not Angus, Jean Brash's coachman?
So it is. Is she offering you conveyance now, McLevy? You're not that far in her pocket, surely.
Not in her pocket at all.
Must be some other receptacle, then.
Angus, hold your waist. I'll be with you directly.
You'd better accompany him, Mulholland, or God knows where he'll end up.
Your servant, aye, sir.
What a world. Like a slaughterhouse.
You'll regret this, Lily.
I don't think so, Mistress Brash.
You can be safe here.
I don't want safe. I want excitement.
Excitement?
Oh, you must remember that.
Oh, don't get cheeky. Lily. At least tell me this man's name.
Not allowed. But he'll treat me like a real lady. Oh, imagine that.
You mean a mistress?
Definitely. Not some lay me down in a body hoose.
The just land is a cut above.
It's a body hoose. I want to be the one and only pearl in the oyster.
There's no dealing with you, Lily Crosby.
Well, I'm young, and that's my sin.
What if he alters his mind?
With my charms. Well, not a hope.
You'll be at his mercy.
Oh, a gentleman. He'll keep me from harm. He swore an oath.
On what? The Bible?
No. He doesn't credit that, sad enough. He swore it on the crow's beak.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't rightly know, but I believe him.
Bled to death by the looks.
White as a ghost.
We laid her on a blanket here in the cellar. It was the nearest place.
Aye, wouldn't want your clients to see this.
That is not the reason, and you well know it. The least I could do,
Bit of dignity.
if you can call it that.
Name?
Lily Crosby. Used to work here, left some time ago.
For what?
The position of a mistress, and before you ask, she wouldn't give the fellow's name. A noble gentleman was all she said.
Noble? Dearie me.
See what I found under the fingernail, sir. Sliver of wood.
Blood on it, but dried, not fresh.
God knows she lost enough of that.
Pretty wee girl.
Aye, pretty. Here, stick this scalp in the evidence bag. Not much, but it's a start.
Well, we've had worse.
Why did you come here, Jean?
Only home she knew, I suppose. She was a wild spirit.
Well, she's no wild now.
We'll send the carry wagon round.
One thing I remember, Lily cut her finger once. Took forever to stop.
I'll hold that in mind. See what Police Coroner Jarvis says, but internal hemorrhage for sure. The cause? I have my own suspicions.
And so do I.
Nothing to do with me.
Except she landed at your back door.
According to Dr. Jarvis, the cause of death was a botched attempt to preclude childbirth.
What I suspected.
It would seem that some time later there was a fresh onset of heavy bleeding.
Ending at the door of Jean Brash.
All roads lead to the just land, it would appear. Jarvis is of the opinion that the girl's blood could have been of a type that does not clot and heal easily.
Haemophilia.
He may have used that word.
Jean Brash observed evidence of such with the girl.
Perhaps Mistress Brash may join the medical profession. Well, anyway, that's it.
What do you mean, that's it?
What else is there?
Who killed her for a start?
A backstreet abortionist. Take your pick, there's enough of them in Edinburgh.
What about her noble gentleman?
Well, what about him? You know nothing. You have nothing except a splinter of wood.
We could search him out.
For what reason? The girl obviously became pregnant, didn't dare to tell, took her own decision, and sadly suffered the consequences.
She was a pretty little thing. Seems a great pity.
Another casualty of the poor.
Who was a rich man's keepsake.
Oh, come along, McLevy. You're not trying to present her as some sort of innocent.
A young girl dead. Not one person to speak for her or cry her name.
The case is closed, Inspector. There are many other that await your attention. One most recent, for example.
I was just wondering, sir, your portrait of Queen Victoria.
Don't tell me it's on the slant, Constable. I check every morning.
Oh, straight as a die, sir. But I was just wondering, how many children has Her Majesty brought forth?
9, 4 boys, 5 girls.
I'd never guess to look at her.
She is the Queen, Mulholland.
What do you think?
About Lily Crosby. For once the lieutenant may be right. Let her rest in peace.
What about her soul? Is that at peace?
I wouldn't know. I'm a practicing policeman.
Roast. Oh, nearly burnt my tongue. Well, I suppose Mulholland's right. Let it be. But there was something about the way she lay there. Crumpled up, life departed, death arrived, a tissue paper between the two. What did she remind me of? When I was a wee boy, the big boys used to kick hell out of me because I was different. A girl gave me a scrap of paper to stick up my nose, a kindly face, full of cheek, though. Lily put me in mind of that girl. Oh. This coffee is close to Tarmacadam. I wonder what Jean Brash's memories are like. Wonder what she thought when she looked down at Lily. I have a feeling there's more to all this than meets the eye. And I learned to kick the big boys back, hard, to the bare bone, and watch them howl.
Did you sleep well, sir?
No, I had a dream. These 2 insects were fighting, and this wasp was cutting the head off the other one.
Was it a bee?
Possibly.
I hope not.
Anyway, I poked them with a stick to separate the warring factions, but all I did was knock them down a drain into the dirty water, where they both drowned.
Maybe it's a hint.
Signifying what?
Let sleeping dogs lie.
They were insects, Mulholland.
James McLevy, a word, if you please.
Oh, Mistress Brash. Not often we see you at this time of the morning.
Hope to catch you on the saunter.
Well, you caught me, so here I am, at your command.
I received your note about the reason Lily died. Thank you for sending it.
Least I could do.
I've asked around and things have occurred to me.
All grist to the mill, ma'am.
Lily had a boon companion at the Just Land, Peggy Donaghy, one more impudent than the other. She met Peggy in the market, took her back to the new abode, that proud. A wee house in Bernard Street.
Very respectable.
New curtains, furnishings. Lily was in her element, blithe as the lark.
You have the address?
Peggy was sworn to secrecy, but what matters that now? I have it.
And the other occurrence?
Something she said to me, Lily. This man would look after her. Swore an oath, she said. He swore it on the crow's beak.
Crow's beak? To do with ships, maybe?
No. There's something at the back of my head, but I can't bring it forth. Keep on the rummage.
We shouldn't even be here.
Knocked upon No answer.
Then it flew open, did it?
Must have been the fairies.
It was your lockpicks, and it's against the law.
Throw me in the jail, officer.
What are we looking for, anyway?
Any bit of paper with your name on it.
I looked in the bedroom. No sanguinary trace, but the clothes thrown aside.
She must have woke up with the pain, and then headed for Jean Brash. Shh! What? I shut that door behind.
Well, somebody's opening it. With a key.
Hide yourself. You're far too noticeable.
Lily? Lily? Where are you, my little pouty? I brought your favourite cake.
I'm partial to sweet things.
Who the hell are you?
He's an inspector of police.
James McLevy. And you, unless I miss my guess, are Sir Joseph Keir.
I do not deny that I keep Lily Crosby as a mistress. My wife is long dead, and a man must have his diversions.
Diversions, indeed.
Well, what has the little devil done? Shoplifting? Robbed a bank?
My inspector, of course, has not acquainted you with the circumstance.
You are forever bringing, Lieutenant, to my attention a certain lack of diplomacy and tact on my behalf. I thought best leave this to my superior officer.
How did you get into the place anyway?
The door was open.
She must have left in a damned hurry. So, where is the woman?
I'm afraid Lily Crosby is no more.
What?
Deceased.
Dead as a doornail.
Oh, for God's sake, McLevy.
How is that possible?
It would appear, sir, as if...
You go ahead, Mulholland.
As if she were with child, and action was taken to induce a miscarriage of sorts, the aftermath of which was fatal.
It's not possible. I took every precaution.
Oh, I'm sure you did, Sir Joseph.
Accidents can happen.
You didn't know?
Of course I did not know.
Well, she's dead.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, it's just the way my eyes fall.
Had I performed this action, as you put it, Lily would be still alive.
It was the aftermath. She was haemophiliac.
I would have tested for such beforehand. I know my profession, sir. Unlike yourself.
No one is accusing you, Sir Joseph.
God, they'd better not.
Father, are you all right?
Why shouldn't I be?
It's fine here, Constable Valentine. Back to your desk. Everything's under control.
They told me you'd been arrested.
Who told you that?
A medical student saw you being marched in. It looked bad, he said.
Never believe a medical student, Arthur. They diagnose in careless fashion.
Just as well. Otherwise...
What would you have done, my boy?
I'd break the doors down. So, you're safe now?
Arthur. There's no fool like an old fool.
You're not a fool, Father.
Come away home, and I'll tell you the whole sad and sorry tale. I assume you do not wish to detain me, sir?
No, not at all, Sir Joseph.
Good. You should come and visit me sometime, Inspector. See how a real professional works.
I may take you up on that.
Good day to you, gentlemen.
Good day to you.
Well, that was a triumph of tact and diplomacy.
He didn't seem to mourn her over much.
You never know. In private, maybe.
Aha. The tears will flow. An explosive character, eh?
And the son as well.
Impulsive.
Let it go, James. There is nothing to connect Sir Joseph to this unhappy event.
Save the fact that the corpse was his mistress. What if he had performed the operation and she died? Would that be counted as murder?
I don't know. It would certainly be professional suicide. But as I say, and I mean such, let it go.
Nice insertion. Glad you went back to the Lebanese.
The Moroccan was too virile.
Dearie me. What a thing for coffee, eh? don't suppose you've had word?
From whom?
Hannah Semple.
Vanished from the face of the earth?
Lily Crosby. Tell me a wee thing more.
A whiterick. A menace. Aye up to mischief, but she made me laugh.
That's no sma beer.
A good Catholic girl. Loved her Mother Mary above all the holy comforters.
Anything else?
Like a wee squirrel. Aye, sticking things in hidey holes. And thought she was Queen of the May.
Not unlike yourself, then.
Lily Crosby, will you stop playing the fool?
It's the wind, mistress. It's blowing a gale.
You're supposed to be taking in the sheets, no dancing a jig.
Oh, I can't see a thing.
You look like a bogle.
Coming to haunt you, mistress. Woo!
Here, there's your face. And there you are, daft as a brush.
I'm young, and that's my sin.
No, not unlike myself. Once upon a time.
Full of life.
Not anymore. Sir Joseph Keir, eh?
That was our pouty. Was he a client here?
No. I don't know where he took his pleasure before he found Lily.
He had a wife?
They all have wives.
That it?
One thing I didn't care for in her, Lily, I played one off against the other. Just mischief, but she always had to be the treasure, pearl in the oyster.
Aye. Ah, well. Best be home. Thank you for the coffee.
Thank you for the visit. Bit on the late side, though.
I'm never sure of your working hours.
I could say the same about you.
I don't sleep easy.
You did once. I remember it well.
Good night, Jeanie.
Lily, are you going to let it go?
That's what I've been advised. Good night.
Daft as a brush.
You're not in bed, Father?
I'm aware of such.
Full day tomorrow?
Of that also I am aware.
It's not your fault. This happened.
She did not tell me.
It would seem so.
Why didn't she tell me? Oh, I took all precautions. How the hell did it happen? You're disappointed in me, my boy.
How could I be?
I took up with this girl.
Mother was long dead. You are a man.
A lowly specimen.
Above them all.
She made me feel young. No fool can old fool.
You should get to bed.
Yeah, you see things in a simple light, Arthur. But I through a twisted glass. I cannot escape the feeling that I have brought this girl death, one way or the other.
Sir Joseph, I thought I might accept your kind invitation.
Invitation?
To observe a real professional at work, cut and thrust.
Oh, I hope you're not going to be provocative, Inspector. I'm not in the mood.
Just passing by, sir.
This is out of your parish.
We deviate now and then.
Give me a moment. I have some preparations to conclude.
Conclude away, sir. That wooden table looks promising. See if you can match that splinter we found.
I have it here.
So, these are your wee bitty knives.
Yeah, please don't touch them. You might lose a finger.
Sharp, eh? And are these your saws?
All shapes and sizes.
Oh, very professional. The crow's beak.
Yes?
I remembered what it was. First surgical device clamped across an artery to stop the flow of blood. I read about it in a book.
Remarkable.
You swore upon it.
What?
To Lily. To protect her.
I swore upon a thing I value.
Didn't it do much good, though?
Don't go too far, McLevy.
One slice and I'd sever your head.
Oh, now that would be unprofessional. Lily Crosby, how did you meet her?
I do some work amongst the poor.
So I've heard.
Tenements in the grass market. Filth and stink. A young boy had crushed his hand. Did her best, Arthur and I. In the middle of it all, Lily waltzes in from across the stairs. The room was like a charnel house. But the girl didn't even blink. Fresh as a daisy.
Remarkable.
When we left, Lily was standing across the street. She smiled at me. I went back later on my own. She was waiting.
Father, I've finished the cleaning. What are you doing here?
Oh, just passing by.
It's all right, Arthur. The gentlemen are on the point of leaving. I'll be obliged if you do so, sir. I am a busy man.
Come along, Mulholland. Crime waits for no man.
Thank you, Sir Joseph. It's not of them, we're invited places.
I can see the reason. Good day.
Good day.
What did they want, Father?
Who knows what the policeman desires?
Well? Fresh little gouge on the side of the table. The splinter notched in perfect.
Did it now? Proves nothing, of course.
Except that she might well have been on that table.
Oh, I have a bad feeling.
You're not getting enough sleep.
Uh-huh. There's a mad touch to that man.
Close to genius, they say.
I struggle with that.
Where now?
Something Jean Brash said.
All roads lead to the just land.
This one has another destination.
Second time you've broken the law.
Gets to be a habit.
If you don't mind the obvious question, what is it we're looking for?
Lily was like a squirrel. Stuck things away in hidey holes.
What things?
I don't know.
Well, we could rip up the floor planks, pull out the wainscoting, and other than that, it's a waste of time.
Wait now. Mother Mary. On the sideboard.
What?
She was a good Catholic.
Mother Mary?
Lily. The statue. Hand it over.
Don't drop it. You'll have the Pope on your trail.
Oh, see. Here. The base. Is that a wee neck there? Ach, I can't get my fingernail in.
You hold, I'll do it. With my trusty penknife. Here. Well, well, up she comes. I take my hat off to you, sir.
Only right. So, what have we here, eh? Letters. We a red ribbon.
Love letters.
Soon find out.
Well, the name's familiar.
Something else, Jean said. Lily liked to play off. One against the other.
You're too late, gentlemen. My father is at an important meeting.
I'm afraid, sir, it's you we wish to see.
You must accompany us to the station.
For what reason?
I think you know the reason. These are your letters, are they not?
How did you find them?
Fell into my hands.
Get your hat and coat, sir.
I don't have a hat. Just a coat.
That will suffice, then. There's a cold nip in the air. I wouldn't want you to suffer.
You must trust me, Lily. I can do it.
But you're not a doctor.
I've watched my father many's the time.
This is different.
I've seen every kind of operation there is, man and woman.
You're not qualified.
Better than some old witch with a bottle of gin and knitting needles.
Oh, Arthur, I don't know what to do.
I've seen it done. A miscarriage to save the woman. My father did it. I was on hand. I can copy good. Keep you safe.
He must never know. It would ruin everything.
Tonight, when the theatre is empty, I have all the keys. I love you, Lily. I could never do you harm.
After, you must go home as if nothing has happened. And I will come back here and rest.
I'll come and see you.
No, not until you hear from me. I will tell your father I have a woman's problem and rest for some days. And then everything will be as it was before.
I love you, Lily. I would never do you harm.
Oh, I trust you, Arthur. And I've never said that to any man.
It all went according to plan. She said she felt fine. I put her in the carriage home and then came back to clean up.
There was no complication?
Once. She shouted and grabbed at the table. Only once. And then...
All according to plan?
Yes.
How did you meet her, Arthur?
My father started going out. Late afternoon. I followed one day. Saw the house. He went in. I waited.
And then?
He came out. Left. The door opened and it was Lily. She went to a tea room. I followed. Sat down. She recognised me from before in the tenement with the boy. Smiled. It all began from there.
In a tea room?
She loved sweet things.
It would be like a game, eh?
Yes. I felt ashamed sometimes, and then excited. My father rules the roost, you see, always.
So you put one over on him?
I suppose so.
And Lily played one off against the other?
She laughed, as if it was great fun. He was that careful, took precautions, and we did not.
That was a pity.
I killed her.
The judge will decide.
And you will tell him?
What?
My father. He will be told.
I'm afraid so.
He treats me like a child. Now he will look at me as a man. A man he hates and despises.
I'm sure that won't be the case.
It was like a game.
You'll have to make a formal statement, sir.
I have betrayed him.
It would have to cover more than that.
In good time. Leave me, please.
Would you like some tea sent in?
No, thank you. Just leave me in peace.
What a caper, eh?
Sins of the father.
Make sure Ballantyne keeps in at the cell now and then, just to keep an eye.
He doesn't seem the type, Arthur, but you never can tell. I'll do just that.
And afterwards we may acquaint the lieutenant with our findings. He can acquaint Sir Joseph, and then we may all face the consequences.
This hardly seems possible.
I am afraid, Sir Joseph, it is only too much of a reality. We have his letters here, and he has admitted all that has transpired.
Where is Arthur now?
In the cells, where he will have to, for the foreseeable future, remain.
Can he not be released under my surety?
That is possible, but there are legal formalities, and that will take time.
Then set them in motion. She must have led him on.
Lily enjoyed a wee game, right enough.
Barefaced liar. As if butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. And she betrayed me.
The fault cuts both ways.
What?
Your son is a grown man.
Arthur is a simple soul. Easily led. After his mother died, I had him constantly by my side. He'd failed all his medical exams. A poor student.
There are other professions.
He is not of this world.
Yet you used him in your operations.
As an adjunct. A blunt instrument. I had to keep him close, under my protection.
Perhaps you kept him too close.
What do you mean?
Everything he did was defined by you, even his mistress. And what he did, the fatal act, was an imitation of his father.
How dare you?
I think this has carried quite enough. Mulholland, away to the cells and inform Mr. Keir that his father will be seeing him presently.
I'll do that, sir.
How dare you? I love my son.
He did not mention love to us.
Mr. Keir, your father will be arriving in some... Oh, God protect us. Valentine!
Will he be stood on trial?
I would imagine so.
I shall find him the best lawyers. And I know all of the judges.
I'm sure that will help.
This is all you're doing, McLevy.
I think that's a statement you might well apply to yourself.
I'm sorry, sir. There's been a problem of sorts.
In what way, Constable?
Some drunk woman at the front desk, screaming and shouting.
That's nothing new.
Valentine went to help.
He was supposed to keep an eye.
He forgot. They were still struggling with her when I went to the cells.
Get to the point, Mulholland.
I don't bear good tidings.
What do you mean?
Your son, I'm afraid, Sir Joseph, has hung himself. We cut the body down, but the life is quite gone.
I heard what happened after that.
Picked up his son's body, bore it up Leith Walk, crossed the bridge, all the way to the university, into the operating room, closed the door, laid the body upon the butcher's block, and then...
Lay down beside it?
Guilt and grief lie off together.
And in the morning when the students knocked the door, there he was, his son's body all cleansed and ready for burial.
Or the coroner.
Sir Joseph back to normal.
Save for the fact his hair had turned pure white during that passing time.
Like a story?
By Edgar Allan Poe, no doubt.
I couldn't believe it when I saw you mooching along the links.
I needed the air. Solitary. Just before he quit the station, Joseph Keir looked at me. Pure hatred.
Not your fault.
That wasn't what I saw in his eyes.
Lily Crosby. An imp of mischief, but she was full of life. She deserved justice. There's the carriage. I better get going. By the by, I received a card of post from a certain person, now out of the country with a friend across the channel. You can wipe her from the tablets of your mind.
I'll do just that.
Come and have coffee sometime. I'll even lay in some sugar biscuits.
Oh, that's quite a proposition.
I know your desires. Drive on, Angus.
Sugar biscuits, eh? That's nice.
My dear son, this promise will be a secret we share, and I trust will go some way towards alleviating the pain and anger that has been caused between us. The plan I have envisaged is a good one, and will be carried through no matter the cost. All I ever wanted was to protect you, and in that I have failed. Reparation must be sought, and the action I intend to put in motion will, I believe, meet with your approval. The knife cuts, the body opens up, and reveals its secrets. I reveal myself to you. I shall not falter. Your loving father, Joseph Keir.
There was a strong smell coming in off the sea. Ozone. They say such is healthy, but I don't even know what it is. Just a smell as if something's rotting and trying to disguise the fact. A trawling boat was coming to harbour, and a clam jamfrey of gulls were on its trail, hoping for some fishy innards, no doubt. The birds screamed, hungry, like ghosts at a feast. I wonder how many ghosts follow me. Victims I have laid to rest, criminals brought to justice, murderers I've introduced to the high gallows tree. A long line. Nae wonder death and I are so well acquainted. Oh, there's that bad feeling again. Can't I shift it? Am I still a mystery to myself? Maybe we all are. Lily Crosby wished to be the pearl in the oyster. Arthur Keir truly loved the girl, but he killed her. His father screamed like a ghost at the feast. His hair now white as snow. I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police. A cruel profession. A game of shadows.
In McLevy, A Pearl in the Oyster, by David Ashton, McLevy was played by Brian Cox, Jean Brash by Siobhán Redmond, Mulholland, Michael Perceval-Maxwell, Roach, David Ashton, Sir Joseph Keir, Alexander Morton, Arthur, Owen Whitelaw, Lily, Nicola Jo Cully, and Peggy by Ashley Smith. Other parts were played by the cast. McLevy, A Pearl in the Oyster was a BBC Scotland production directed in Glasgow by Bruce Young.
Where am I? I cannot see or move. What the hell is this? I am not righteous in myself. Is it poison? Oh, I cannot hold on to my thoughts. Laughter. I heard laughter. Was it the devil? My mouth. Oh, pain. Lungs. Damnation. Why can I not move or see? Oh, that was it. She screamed. A shadow on the wall. I saw her by the throat. He had her by the throat. That wasn't fair. Wasn't proper. I am James McLevy. That's me, right enough. To the rescue. No man can stand against the law, and I fell by the wayside into the dark pit. Bitter drops. I tasted bitter drops. Now, compose yourself. You are a policeman, an inspector of police. Leith is your parish in the city of Edinburgh. See? I can remember. Deduce, McLevy. Deduction is all. So, drips, darkness, cellar, possible, huh? And I am blindfolded. That's the reason I canna see. And I am bound. That's the reason I canna move. But my mouth is at liberty. A dirty, scouring ferment, but free.
I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police. It is better to turn me loose, or it will be the worse for you.
Well?
He's not there, Lieutenant.
What do you mean he's not there? He's not here.
I can see that.
Oh, explain yourself, Mulholland.
The inspector never came home last night. Or so says his landlady.
How would she know? Are they cheek by jowl?
Always hears him on the stairs. She says, when he's been to the tavern, clump, clump, thud, thud. That's his feet, sir.
Thank you. Please continue.
Nothing. No clump, no thud. I went up to his garret room. It's a terrible mess.
Oh, the man is a complete midden.
But he wasn't there. The bed not slept in.
Oh. Perhaps he found another bed. Jean Brash, for instance.
Oh, I doubt it, sir. No previous evidence of same, and she has a bawdy house to run.
Oh, I'd forgotten that.
And even if it was Salome in all her glory, the last veil dropped, he'd still be in at the station for work.
I take it there have been no reports of dead bodies littering the streets?
Not a thing.
Nothing floating in the harbour?
Only the seaweed.
Be hard to miss a corpus like McLevy.
Well nigh impossible, Lieutenant Roach.
Then where the hell is the man?
No escape, my money. No escape. You will surrender to the majesty of the law.
Oh, well, aye, indeed. And how exactly is that to be accomplished?
By dint of majesty.
You're delirious, sir.
I'm as sane as a church mouse.
Oh, dear. Too much of the tincture, I'm afraid.
Tincture?
Laudanum. Drops. Once I'd separated you from consciousness, I used them to keep that sweet insensibility in place until I had accomplished my aim.
What kind of aim?
The state within which you now find yourself, sir. Blind, bound, helpless.
Release me now, and it will go easy upon you. I'll even put a word to the judge.
There's no sport in talking to a man so deluded. I shall return when you're less so.
Who are you?
You do not recognize the intonation?
It is distorted.
Oh, no, sir. It is your mind that warps.
Give me a wee clue.
You will know soon enough.
I demand release.
Oh, rest assured, I shall set you free, eventually. Free as the winds of heaven.
Don't worry, my manny. I know who you are right enough. And I ken now my predicament, the reason why. But I will find a way. There's I a way, surely.
And what put that idea into your head?
It was the lieutenant's notion.
This is a body house, not a love nest.
Sure enough.
And who'd want a great lump like McLevy in their bed in any case? And what would you be doing there to boot? It's none of your damn business.
What I said to the lieutenant.
Did you now? I have my accounts to settle here.
It's a nice little office.
When I get the peace and quiet.
But you see, I checked at the old ship. 2 hookers of whiskey, blood pudding and hairy tatties, as per usual.
A terrible intake.
You're not wrong. Sheep's head broth for me myself. But then, left at 10, as was his custom, set a clock by him, the barman said, yet he never reached his lodgings.
How far between?
20 minutes walk, up the Kirkgate. But you pass a deal of narrow winds.
I know them. Was he hot in a case?
Not at all. Complaining to me that Leith was like a lullaby.
A lullaby, eh? The street kitties and the Keeleys are on the hop that time of night in the Kirkgate wines. I'll ask my people.
When?
When I settle my accounts.
Of course. He might have fallen into female company and lost track of time.
What a despicable conjecture.
That's the lieutenant for you.
James McLevy may be many things, but he's not a whoremaster.
Couldn't agree more.
I will ask my people.
Constable Ballantyne? Oh, this is beyond mortal understanding. Ballantyne!
Probably hiding, sir.
Hiding?
Anyone who sees you in the vicinity of the inspector's desk would be well advised to run for cover.
This is an irredeemable guttle.
No denying.
There's arrest warrants, convictions, case reports, forensic conclusions. It's a plethora of criminal detritus.
But he never missed the mark.
I was hoping to find some indication here as to the Vanishing Act, but I may as well delve into the Egyptian tombs. So, developments?
Jean Brash will have her people on the frisk.
Now we are at the mercy of a body housekeeper with first-hand knowledge of sin on the streets.
There's only one person could know more than her, and he is not on hand.
Not as tight. Don't know my own strength. Let me make use of this little instrument. You will find better acquaintance with it later. There. Unveiled. And what do you see before you, Inspector?
Sir Joseph Keir.
You do not seem surprised.
I am rarely surprised.
Then you will know why you are here.
Your son, Arthur. He died in the cells, suicide, under accusation of procuring, by misadventure, a young woman's death.
My mistress, to be precise.
Whom he had impregnated. Keep it in the family, eh?
Have a care, McLevy.
You blame me for his death.
Your blundering caused it.
You are the guilty party, not me.
Liar.
You treated him like a pet dog.
I loved my son.
Aye, as long as he sniffed your heels.
I warn you, McLevy. This pretty little scalpel has a blade that can cut through flesh and bone like tissue paper.
I observe it well enough.
Yeah? It glitters in the candlelight. Huh? See it before your eyes? It could blind you or end your life. One slice. I have been studying you as I would a corpse for dissection.
That's nice.
All your court cases, those you have destroyed in the name of the law. I will take you through the passages of your life, and at the end will grant an expiation to cure all ills.
I thought that was the providence of the Almighty.
Oh, I am, to all intents and purposes, the Almighty here.
Is that a fact?
And I'm sure you will find me a merciful saviour. After all these years of murderous deceit, a blessed relief.
Go ahead, then.
Oh, there is no call for impetuosity. We have all the time in the world.
Sugar, Lieutenant?
No, thank you.
The inspector, I takes at least 6 lumps in his coffee.
I do not approve of excess.
I can tell, just by looking at ye.
We received your note, Mistress Brash.
Ah, yes. Didn't want to be seen at the station. I have a reputation to uphold.
You said you had some information, ma'am?
Perhaps. A pair of the street kitties saw this couple running through the wines just off the Kirkgate.
Was the inspector chasing them?
No, they were howling laughter. Davy Byng and his woman, Colleen Smith.
And so?
Later, in one of the taverns, the Rusty Nail...
I know it well. A dirty dive, ma'am.
Byng was spending like a sailor, helter-skelter, blowing his horn how the mighty have fallen. Leith will be shaken to the core, and he was the man who did the deed. Then his woman pulled him away before another word.
Davy Byng. I know that name.
He's a treacherous wee swine.
But this is all just happenstance.
Wait now. Something. A fair time ago, the inspector nailed down one Thomas Byng for
vicious, cruel assault and robbery. 15 years transportation was the sentence.
Davy being the brother, I take it.
A close-knit family, like snakes.
It's a motive for vengeance, perhaps, but why wait until now? And how could a low type like that get the better of McLevy?
True. That would take intelligence and planning, malice aforethought.
One way to find out. I'll send my people round.
No. You have Bing's domicile?
On this paper.
Right. I'm the man for that job. And I thank you kindly, ma'am.
Wait, Mulholland. I also need to get back to the station.
But you haven't finished your coffee.
Yes, I'm more of a tea hand, and I need to be on duty. Hold the centre, otherwise this entire business will fall apart.
That's exactly how I feel here at the Just Land, Lieutenant. You and I have so much in common.
I think not so.
Oh, James, what have you got yourself into now?
How many, would you say, Inspector McLevy? How many is it that you have killed in the name of justice?
I wouldn't know.
How many have you watched dance on the rope? Tongues black and strangled, legs a jitter until the body did a little hop, skip and a jump into the final spasm.
I don't attend the hangings.
But you cause them. Is not that an avoidance of responsibility?
My job ends when the judge pronounces sentence.
And reaches for the black cap.
May I have some water?
No, you may not. What of those transported, torn asunder from their own land and family, never to return? Or rotting in the Perth penitentiary, men and women, a living death?
Crime doesn't pay.
Oh, but it pays you. I have studied the records, charted your progression, all the deaths you have caused, all the lives ruined in the name of justice.
Every man has his mistress.
And justice is yours?
She never betrays me with a younger buck. Unlike your good self.
Oh dear. Have I drawn blood? I do beg your pardon.
I hardly felt it.
You see my hair? The colour?
White as snow.
It turned one night, just after my son died. That is how much I suffered.
You sadly stand out in a crowd.
I apologize for the lack of discipline. A surgeon cannot afford such. It will not happen again, even when I kill you. Now, let us resume. Justice. That which you wield with such relish, so as to leave a trail of blood behind wherever you go.
It's just my job.
Oh, no. Oh, no, more than that. It is your excuse. A monster. You have become a depraved gargoyle of justice. What is it that drives you? To lay waste all these lives in the name of the law. Who is it exactly that you wish to destroy?
I am a practicing policeman.
Oh, no doubt you started with fine intention, but it so quickly turned to evil. You have become a wild beast.
Only in your eyes.
Like the ogre in the fairy tale that gorges itself upon the victim and spits out the bones.
Blood pudding. As far as I go.
But secretly, oh, so secretly, you search out your own destruction.
I wonder who is it between us that seeks oblivion?
You. And I will bring it. One has a social engagement this evening, but rest assured I shall return.
I look forward to that.
Oh, and by the by, when the woman screamed and you rushed to be the hero...
Just like the fairy tale.
The pad I clamped over your face was soaked in ether.
A Yankee dodge. Your last sight will be that pad, blocking out the world. Au revoir. I'll leave you to your conscience. A vast eternity awaits. Be of good cheer.
Not one word, not one move, Davy Byng. I have the hornbeam stick to hand and blood in my eye, sir. Fine reek of whiskey in the place. And there's a bottle on the table, still half full. Let me finish it off for you. Now that will be followed shortly, Mr. Byng, by your own thick skull, unless I have the truth. And believe you me, I will have the truth.
This had better be worthwhile, Constable. I have a lodge meeting shortly.
Davy Byng spilled his guts.
To what effect?
He was approached at night in the street. Muffled figure, face hidden. Well spoken, though. A real gent.
That narrows the field.
Knew all about his brother, the grievance against McLevy. Offered him money.
For what?
A booby trap. He and Colleen to stage a fight. Hands round her throat as the inspector walked past the wine.
Of course, McLevy would play the hero.
Jumped like a trout.
And then?
The gent clamped something over his face, and the inspector went out like a light.
Fools rush in.
They bundled him into a single coach. The muffled figure drove off, while Davy and Colleen waved goodbye.
Is that it?
Not quite. When they shoved the body in the coach, the gent's hat fell off. His hair was pure white. A shock of it, said Mr. Byng.
Pure white?
And it's not Father Christmas.
Oh, dear.
A certain surgeon, Sir Joseph Keir. You'll remember how he came by that mark of sorrow.
Yes, and the one night as he lay beside his dead son, I heard all about it.
You'd recalled the madness in his eyes when the boy hung himself in this very station. Madness and fury, and it all going in the one direction. McLevy.
We only have the word of a low type.
Keir has the intelligence, the motive, and the desire for vengeance.
Sir Joseph has many powerful friends. If we get this wrong...
We can't afford to pass it by, sir.
Right. Find out Keir's address, and also if there have been changes to the household staff. A clear out of sorts.
And the butler's always drink in the one tavern. I'll search it through.
If Sir Joseph holds the inspector at the house, he can't afford a witness. He'd have to rid the place of servants. In the meantime, as it were, I shall converse with the man himself.
What?
The lodge meeting. I'm already late. Keir never misses.
What will you say?
I'll try to find out what I can and give away as little as possible.
Oh, it sounds like a plan.
It sounds like a nightmare.
Well, we'll meet up later, Lieutenant.
Mulholland, how did you manage to wring the truth out of Davy Byng?
That's my secret, sir.
Even when the man's not here, he causes nothing but havoc and calamity.
The blood keeps getting in my mouth from my nose. It's no fair scalping a tethered man across the neb. Blood doesn't taste nice. Not even your own. Oh, dearie me, this is a hellish predicament. A mad bugger crazed with grief who accuses me of what he in fact caused himself. And I am not a monster. Though at times I've wondered a wee bit. Is there a cruelty that I mask under the course of justice? A lack of mercy or compassion? Are we all somehow compromised by the evil in this world, and as we study it, seek to rectify, are we not in danger of being contaminated by the very force we oppose with all our might? These sort of thoughts get you nowhere. They never did, and they never will.
I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police. Good or bad, here I come.
I'm trussed up here like a turkey. Cannot break free. And who is it coming to my rescue, eh? Where are the heroes? Roach will be celebrating my absence. Mulholland will be talking to his bees, and Jean Brash smiling at the dumplings who land up in the just land while I teeter on the edge of death. And it only takes one wee push. I have bent my mind this way and that, to no avail. This is the most terrible scunner.
Sir Joseph, how splendid to see you.
Splendid?
Oh, it is always gratifying to meet a fellow mason.
I suppose it is. The last time we met, circumstances were not so pleasant.
No, not at all. In fact, most distressing.
And how is your brave inspector these days?
McLevy! Oh, would you believe it? The man has vanished.
Vanished?
Oh, not for the first time. Probably off in some gallivant, chasing some case he has forgotten to tell me about.
Well, that sounds somewhat remiss.
He is a law unto himself.
I'll keep that in mind.
On his return, he will be disciplined. Make no mistake about such. I run a tight ship. And how are you, sir?
Alive. Unlike my son.
Yes, of course. I hope you're being well looked after.
Looked after?
Attended.
I am sufficient. I have found great comfort amongst my fellow masons, especially your own Chief Constable, Sandy Robb.
Indeed. Comforting. Well, there you are.
Indeed. Sandy and I have had many discussions about the nature of good practice between the police and society. And will have, in the future, many more discussions.
On you go, gentlemen. Be with you in a moment. You are my prime concern. Oh, it's you.
Who else might I be?
A client.
Through the back garden.
We have the Royal Horticultural Society this night.
No idea you ploughed such a deep furrow.
You'd be surprised. Davy Byng.
Sang like a linty.
And?
I'd appreciate your company.
Why?
You're a good luck charm for the inspector.
What about the lieutenant?
I'll handle that. I know who's taken James McLevy, and I hope to God I know where it might be. Now, are you up for it?
I'll just get my hat, coat and gun.
This is most irregular.
I just thought, since we'd want to keep undercover from prying eyes, that Mistress Brash's carriage would be the perfect vehicle, sir.
That is debatable, as is Mistress Brash's presence.
If not for her, we wouldn't be on the trail at all. She's earned her keep.
Thank you, Constable. I've often been told that.
If this goes ugly, Sandy Robb will have my guts for garters.
Sir Joseph let nothing slip?
No, but I felt the man was laughing up his sleeve at me.
Keir discharged all of his servants more than 2 weeks ago. No explanation, out on the street, but a decent severance. The inspector must be held at the house. It's the only thing that makes sense.
None of this makes any sense.
If you don't want to come...
I said I would be here, and I am here. This man of yours drives like a maniac.
Angus, sooner arrive, the better.
What's that down by your leg, sir?
Huh? Oh, it's a mashy niblick. My golf bag was in the office, and I grabbed it in case of stramash.
Well, can't be too careful, sir. I have my hornbeam stick. And you, Mistress Brash?
A single-shot revolver fires straight as a die.
Which you will in no way discharge unless under official command.
And whose might that be?
Mine. I am the one in charge.
Still here, Inspector. How splendid.
My nose hurts.
An unseemly act. I apologise. You will never guess with whom I rendezvoused this night.
The devil.
Your own Lieutenant Roach.
Oh, brethren, the gallery.
When I asked after you, I was informed that you had vanished into thin air. And not for the first time either.
Eh?
Off on a gallivant, he said. A frequent absconder.
Oh, indeed.
And upon return, you would be disciplined severely. Upon return.
He said I had done this before.
Oh, many's the time.
How did he look, the lieutenant?
Brotherly.
Did he say anything else? About me?
I was more concerned with my circumstance. Though he did say you were a law unto yourself.
That's true enough.
But all good things come to an end.
Do they now?
In a way, I almost regret bringing our little conversations to a close. But even for your misdeeds, I think you've suffered long enough.
Oh, very kind.
I, however, will suffer for the rest of my life. Voila! I have the scalpel and the ether. Do you know any prayers?
Just the usual.
Would you like to commit your soul?
It's worth a try.
Then pronounce your petition, sir.
If you don't mind, I'll close my eyes and keep it private.
Well, here we are, safe and sound.
Lieutenant, are you sure you don't want Angus to stay and lend a hand?
There are enough unauthorised attendants. So, what do we do now, Mulholland? Knock on the door?
No, sir. I just happened to find these in the inspector's desk.
Lockpicks?
McLevy would be a dab hand.
Yes. If I can just follow his good example.
Good? Is this how my officers behave in the call of duty?
Needs must.
And the devil drive.
This is an outrage.
This is Leith.
Right. Abracadabra. And we're in.
After you.
That's what the inspector forever says.
Watch your feet.
He says that as well.
It's Guy Fusty.
Like the grave.
Black as pitch.
Wait. Voices from below.
Down the stairs.
Glimmer of light. Candle, maybe.
You go first, Constable. I'm not good in the dark.
You can hold to my arm if you like.
No, thank you.
For God's sake. It's not me.
Sorry, it's the machine nibbling.
I think that's quite enough, Inspector.
I have a lot of sins to get off my chest.
I'm not a priest.
Oh, it slipped my mind.
I'd like to read you a letter I wrote to my dead boy.
Go ahead. All the time in the world.
My dear son, this promise will be a secret we share, and I trust will go some way towards alleviating the pain and anger that has been caused between us. The plan I have envisaged is a good one, and will be carried through no matter the cost. All I ever wanted was to protect you, and in that I have failed. Reparation must be sought, and the action I intend to put in motion will, I believe, meet with your approval. The knife cuts, the body opens up and reveals its secrets. I reveal myself to you. I shall not falter. Your loving father.
Oh, very touching.
I have the scalpel and the ether. Are you ready?
No.
Are you afraid?
Not at all. But forget the ether. I don't want oblivion. I want to look you in the eye as you cut my throat and know you for the coward you are.
So be it. Prepare yourself.
Nobody make a move.
I'll handle this, Mulholland.
You take your time.
One cut is all it takes.
I am sure you're correct, Sir Joseph, you being a surgeon. But if I might make a suggestion...
You lied to me, Lieutenant.
I am afraid so.
Brother Mason.
Shameful, I'm sure, but there must be a civilised way out of all of this.
I doubt that.
And so do I. What a caper, eh?
Stand in front. I can't get this thing out my pocket.
We'll wear the fashion.
Sir Joseph, think of your own shame. You will be hauled up before court as a common murderer.
And it's not me you want to destroy. It's your own self. You killed your son, not me.
Liar.
Got it. I'll need a distraction.
Oh, the lieutenant's deadly with a mashy niblick.
Go ahead. Either way, I don't give a damn.
I am terribly sorry, Sir Joseph.
You dare strike a Masonic superior?
Now's your chance.
Shoot him, Ginny! Not quite enough. Time to say goodbye, Inspector.
I'll second that, sir.
I am floating in the air, like a leaf in the wind, blown here and there. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Here and there. It's not too bad. Could be worse. Like a leaf, no troubles to weigh me down, free as the air.
Are you all right, sir?
Aha. My mind just skipped a beat. Oh, I needed that meal.
You cleared 2 platefuls.
I was starving, hungry. With a bite to eat. With a drop of water. The man had no consideration.
His intention was to kill you, James.
Right enough. You haven't finished your stop at Haddie.
It gave me a funny look.
Excuse my fingers. Very nice for a fish.
Lucky you have an appetite at all.
Mulholland is lethal with that hornbeam stick.
We all chipped in.
Poor Sir Joseph.
Poor?
The constable broke his wrist, the lieutenant battered him with a club, and I shot him through the heart.
No wonder he ended up dead.
He's dead, that's for sure.
What a caper, eh? The father rules the roost, the son betrays him with the mistress, kills her through misadventure, gets arrested, then hangs himself rather than face his father's wrath. Very Greek.
Very sad.
It was good of the lieutenant to leave all the paperwork until tomorrow.
We have the body in the cold room. That will do for the nonce.
He's off to see the chief constable in any case.
Taking out the credit.
James McLevy, don't be so mealy-mouthed to put himself right on the line for you.
Aye, you're correct. I apologise. It's been a long day.
That's no excuse.
Well, talk of the devil.
You have to give him his due.
A bottle of your best malt whisky, if you please, and 4 glasses.
Oh, he's got us down pat.
I thought I might find you here. Mistress Brash.
Thank you, Lieutenant. That whisky we've been drinking is foul.
It's my usual tipple.
It's foul.
McLevy has little or no taste. Left to his own devices, he would soon be covered in woad, running around the forest. Well.
What are we celebrating, sir?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Worse than that. Slander.
Slander.
Sandy Robb has decided to sweep the whole thing under the carpet. Sir Joseph will receive a quiet burial on a rainy day.
What about my throat being near cut?
Chalk it up to experience.
Not only such, but the Chief Constable has decided Leith Station may have become a law unto itself and needs a calming hand.
What does that mean, sir?
I know what it means in the Just Land.
I am being demoted to an office job in some far-flung outpost, and a newly promoted lieutenant will be brought in.
Who?
Then he mentioned is Inspector Adam Dunsmore from the Haymarket.
What? That nyah from Paisley? He's worse than you are.
Thank you, thank you.
He doesn't mean it like that, sir.
Your Chief Constable, can he not change his mind?
I am afraid, Mistress Brash, that the shooting of an eminent surgeon, no matter how murderous his intent, by a body whose keeper was perhaps the last straw.
But he was going after you at the time.
I'm aware of that.
And I did get official permission from McLevy.
Your conduct has been impeccable. Have another dram.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
This is terrible. What are we going to do, Mulholland?
What about me?
We're all in it together, sir.
This is terrible.
Sandy Robb. A respectable man, eh?
Hidebound.
But he has predilections not quite so reputable.
Such as?
Guy fond of a wee bit laid-on flagellation. Not the Just Land, I hasten to add. A less elegant establishment in the grasslands run by Peggy Mooney.
Big fat Peggy?
I helped her set it up. She owes me money a favour.
I'll have another dram.
Help yourself.
I'll indulge as well.
But, Mistress Brash, you're surely not suggesting that I become party to some sort of blackmail of a superior officer?
You need not be party to anything at all, Lieutenant. But I can guarantee that any thoughts of relocation may be wrested from your mind.
Here's to the sins of the flesh.
Slanger.
Slanger.
I have met Sandy Robb's wife, a woman of the most daunting rectitude.
Rectitude sometimes creates its opposite.
And the opposite keeps you in business.
The way of the world.
It seems, Mistress Brash, that you spin a web within which all become enmeshed, sooner or later.
It is not my fault, sir, that the roots of sin in Edinburgh run as deep as the city foundations.
Our road's part here. Lieutenant, Mulholland will see you home.
My pleasure, sir. And then it's me back to the beehives.
Well, I'd appreciate the company, Constable. We would not wish anything untoward happening as we pass the Kirkgate Wines.
Wise words from a wiser man. Buzz, buzz.
And part company we did. The lieutenant surprised me by taking the hand of Jean Brash in his own and bowing over it. He then went his merry way with Mulholland, listing a bit to windward, but steady as she goes. The constable did not waver. He never does. I could not wish a better man to fight my corner. It all seems like such a bad dream, but it was real enough. And Joseph Keir's face will haunt me through many a night. Now it was over. And when I slipped on a cobblestone, Jean Brash hooked her arm into mine, just to keep me honest. We must have looked like any decent couple coming home after the night out. The man a wee bit worse for wear, the woman firm in her footsteps. A picture floated in my mind of her holding the gun, face white, arm level, hand steady, her green eyes pinpointed like a cat. We walked in silence. I pulled her a wee bit closer. Our steps fell into rhythm, and a crescent moon appeared in the night sky. Have I liked the crescent moon? I said as much to Jean, but she made no response. Lost in her own thoughts, I expect. We walked in silence till we reached a crossroad, and there we stopped. Neither made a move. What lives we lead, eh? What paths we may take at the crossroads by the light of the moon. But we cannot stand here forever, can we? I mean, somebody's got to make a move. It's only natural.
In McLevy, The Crossroads by David Ashton, McLevy was played by Brian Cox, Jean Brash by Siobhán Redmond, Roach, David Ashton, Mulholland, Michael Perceval-Maxwell, and Sir Joseph Keir by Alexander Morton. McLevy, The Crossroads, was a BBC Scotland production directed in Glasgow by Bruce Young.